Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Full show ahead. Lots to get to. We got audio from Matt Rhule today from yesterday as they approach Northwestern this weekend. Oh, hang on. You're in the right mic. You're in the wrong mic. Yeah. There we go. Try that one.
Jake has a funny hat on.
This is one of our favorite hats that we have.
I know it
doesn't fit my head.
It's fine. It's just funny when you wear a polo with a decal.
Well, I wear a polo for, after the show's over. I do sales stuff. You can't just go out there with a sweatshirt on.
No.
It's not a shot at Bill. I'm just saying, for me, for my job. There was no shot. There was no shots taken.
Same. Okay, so I have a full head of hair, so I can beat up.
You do a full head of hair.
Full head of hair, so I'm the one that gets it. I take all the shots.
Yeah. I don't think he was taking a shot.
It wasn't a shot.
Unbelievable.
I could have said, a T-shirt, and then that would have been a shot at you, I guess.
Well, this is a good T-shirt.
It is. So you can wear this.
We're just taking shots.
Yeah, we're taking shots. It's fine. That's what we do this morning. That's what we do. We take shots in this show. Okay.
How was the blood drive? That's what I've been thinking of for the last 7 hours.
Steve said it was very, very successful, and he said he had no problem with administering all the medical things that he had to get done.
The medical things.
He handled the paperwork and also the actual drawing of the blood. So that was incredible by him to get that in the bank right there. And then Tammy came up, and she's the one that gave out the cookies.
She did.
Yeah,
your mom's cookies.
Yes, my mom's cookies. Yes.
All right. So the blood drive was.
Yes.
Can't wait to hear what's happening at the bank.
I bet they have something going on today. I'll have to check. I bet
7 o'clock. Yeah, we'll know at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
7 a.m. We'll know the special today at Midwest Bank.
Yes.
The blood drive was a success.
Yes. And that's helping. That's Steve though. He's helping others.
I know.
That's the big deal. He's
helping
others. Yes.
That's what he does.
Yes.
It's incredible.
That's what he does.
We're talking about fiction right now.
It's not fiction. Make it reality.
It reminds me of that Bill Moose thing where I think
his fake dynasty he had, or his fake college football team.
No, he had a fake high school team.
High school team. I think he had a fake team of some sort.
I'll tell you a
he
story.
Wasn't on the team.
No.
He created a team.
Illustrates how crazy it could get with Moose. He created that. He created a huge, elaborate. When he was a kid, he did this. A huge, elaborate. I don't know. It was like a fantasy high school team in Arizona. Cheerleaders, announcers, players. And he told me all about it. We talk about it a lot, like we talk about this. And one day he sent me a text that said Fred Fisher died. Fred Fisher was the analyst.
On the fake team.
On the fake team.
The fake team.
He was the analyst. He was a hard living smoker, drinker. And we talked a lot about Fred Fisher. And then one day he sent me a text that he died. Are you going to be able to go to the funeral? And I was like, I don't think I can. I'm concerned. And then we started talking about Fred Fisher a lot. And then the next day he sent me a text that, are you going to be able to go to the funeral or not? And it got to the point where I said, Moose, we're talking about a fictional character.
What the hell?
I can't. I was feeling all this guilt. I was like, wait a second. This isn't even real.
Wow.
So this reminds me of the Creighton Bang.
That's good. That's good. Idle chit chat. Bill, what do you got for idle chit chat today?
Nothing.
Oh, no, I don't believe that at all.
No.
What's Sugar update?
Sugar has been doing tremendous. She has a big backyard that she doesn't like to use. She basically stays right next to the house, and then
you got to do something about
our
that.
back door has a big. It's all glass almost, and she just stands there and presses her face against it, just like let me
She
back
wants to come in.
Just want to come in. Just want to come inside.
Can you throw a ball or something?
Well, we throw balls. We do that. We do tennis balls. We've got all kinds of things we do, and she'll chase that. After that, I just want to come inside.
How is she doing on walks right now? She's still stopping all the time?
The stopping is stop. It's more of the first 5 minutes. It's just complete mayhem. She just runs and jumps and It's out of control. Then she settles down. But the first 8 minutes, it's mayhem. It really is. And I don't know how. I couldn't imagine right now.
Yeah.
What it would take to go around the block here,
Uh-huh.
and if all of us were walking, and every 4 seconds we jumped and twirled as hard as we could. How exhausted would you be when we got back after 4 blocks?
Really exhausted.
You wouldn't be able to walk. You wouldn't be able to
walk.
walk. She can do it for like 10 minutes straight.
She's young.
Yeah, 10 minutes straight.
I don't. The backyard thing. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Maybe you need another dog.
I agree with you. Yes, thank you. And I brought that up to my awesome wife, Laura, numerous times. The dog shouldn't be alone. They should have 2 dogs.
2 dogs.
So we're looking for another dog. Laura,
So
if you're okay with that, let us know.
Does she know you're looking for a second dog? Or
I have mentioned this several
You
times.
could drive to Michigan.
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll drive to Michigan. Rescue dog for this one for sure. We want to get a
Oh, that'd
rescue
be great.
dog. Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. And then, Jake, what could they do? Use your word. It's your word. They can frolic.
Frolic, yes.
Frolicking together.
Yeah.
Jake
They would
likes
have
the
so
word
much-
frolic.
I do love
They
the
would
word
have
frolic.
so much fun.
I know, in your big backyard.
They'd have so much fun.
Frolic is a great word.
Yes.
It really is. They could frolic together. Be fun. Be great times. I don't chit chat. I play.
Please.
Yesterday was a
Please.
Chamber of Commerce.
I was wondering where you were.
A Chamber of Commerce golf outing.
That would
That's,
be incredible.
that's why the rundown took
Where
forever.
was
That's why we didn't get the rundown
It
till
was-
I had
after
to call
dark.
Sam.
It was
gonna do
like 5:45. I get to the rundown.
I sent a text. Like, I'll do the rundown.
You did say that. A breaker going by. Shout out to the breaker.
Maybe.
I played golf with Derek Irma Bombeck. Yes,
No,
I
you
did.
did.
Yeah. Derek
Irma.
Bombeck.
You did.
I played golf with Derek Bombeck, our every other Friday visitor from Visit Lincoln.
And it
Chamber of
was-
Commerce.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was the what?
It was
Open?
the Chamber of Commerce. It was called the Social Scramble. It was a networking scramble.
Where was the contest held?
This tournament was at Wilderness Ridge in South Lincoln,
Nice.
27th and Yankee Hill.
The
location.
social scramble.
The Social Scramble. Derek is very social.
So are you.
Derek
He's the director of Lincoln.
He's the director of sport. Derek
in Lincoln.
Bombeck.
He's now the director of Lincoln. He's now the governor.
He refuses to hit driver because he says houses will get hit if he hits the driver. This man hits a 5-wood off the deck every tee shot unless it's a par 3. 5-wood.
He doesn't
off the
even go
deck.
to 3.
No tee. And someone's like, you could tee it up. Like, no. I don't tee this up. I hit it off the
Oh,
deck.
that's weird.
Hits it down the middle about 210 with the 5-wood.
That's
It's
pretty
straight.
good.
It's pretty much always straight, little cut down the fairway.
Wow.
But Derek's a fun time, as you can imagine, with the garage
Yes.
beer situation. He brings that to the golf course.
Did he do any sort of gymnastics on the
Oh,
course?
did he?
Any sort-
Probably
he's
not.
He is very gymnastics based.
We saw him do the walking handstand in the hallway with the turn. He didn't do that. I think that if we had a couple more shots, he would have got there.
Shots.
Yeah.
Shots. Monday.
not
Some
golf.
Monday shots.
Not
Monday
golf,
shots.
not golf shots, but
Was it about
shot
10
shots.
a.m.? You got your first one in?
Well, we started at 11, so I guess the first shot probably 11:30 or so. But Derek
What's the
Bombeck,
social? There's the social.
the
tournament.
social scramble at.
Oh,
Was loud.
Did I do that?
That was your headset, probably.
Was it?
Yeah.
With my hat?
No, your headphones.
Oh,
you
you
took
took
it
it
too
off.
close.
Oh.
Yep, see, that's what it is.
Okay.
So shout out to Derek and the team at the Chamber of Commerce. It was a fun time yesterday.
Who
Beautiful
else was
day.
there? Who else was there?
A lot of people.
We sell any advertising?
Yesterday was good. We had a good day. Yeah, that was the point, was to have fun golfing, but also to network and potentially make some sales. So that's why we were out there yesterday.
The social scramble.
The social
So
scramble.
people advertise on this show.
They can. They sure
Nice.
can. If you're listening, if you're out there, and your company does not advertise, and you think they should, just call me up.
Millions of listeners. So it's probably be very fine. So if you want to make money, this kind of gets back to our Mid-Plains advisors.
Yeah.
Like that.
And Leighton.
Yeah.
What's Leighton's number, by the way?
What's that? Leighton's number. Yes, this is for house menders.
Yeah.
And things are going very good right there for the house menders. If you want to get a hold of the house menders immediately, let me go to that quick.
That's what it's called, house mender.
I like that
House
name.
Menders.
Menders.
Yes. And let's get this number out
Yeah,
again.
yeah,
This
get
is,
it out
This
again.
is Leighton, and this is 402
Okay.
658 7887. 402 658 7887. And if you could, please just, even if you don't want him to help with anything around the house and hire him, just text him this morning for the fun of it.
Did you ever? Was there? Excuse me. Was there any resolution on gutters? Did they do gutters?
They will do gutters.
Ooh,
yes.
Okay, this could
They
happen.
will do gutters. Yes.
I was going to have to negotiate prices.
And negotiate some prices.
House
with them.
Menders.
House Menders. Right? They have a tremendous business. But if you could please just text Leighton right now. He's on his way back from New Orleans.
Jiminy Christmas.
Yeah.
He better mend some houses to pay for that.
Pay for that like that. Well, it was fall breaks. They went down. They went to the LSU Auburn game.
Oh, that's awesome.
They went down. They said take a trip.
That's cool. Come on. That's awesome.
They had a bye week at Nebraska. They went to the LSU game. So I gave them a bunch of tips on what to do and how to go about it. And they had an incredible time.
House mending now.
Yeah.
Now it's house mending.
Yes, now it's house mending time.
Time to house mend.
So please reach out to him this morning because let's get him going.
Leighton. Is it Leighton?
I don't spell it that way. I spell it Layton.
I figured you would.
But that's simple as that. But it might be the other way. I'm not sure about that.
I think the one you said is probably that's the most common way. But
Like
it could be Bill's Layton, Layton, possibly.
Yeah.
Like the street in Northeast Lincoln.
There's a Layton Street in Lincoln.
That would be by Nebraska Wesleyan University.
Yes, it is. I used to live right over there, so I know that street
love
very
that
well.
area. Yes, that's
that's where you starred.
Yes, where I starred. Try with the double move. If they decide to put someone who had one touchdown catch in the Hall of Fame,
You're going.
I'm going.
And it'll be a prolonged speech.
It'll be a very prolonged speech.
And we're still working on Eric Getzfred to the Hall of Fame.
Eric Getzfred, please, if anyone could please just stop by and see the AD today at Nebraska Wesleyan. Just stop by. And just stop into the office.
Make it known.
Make it known that Eric Getzfred deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, and his numbers are ridiculous. So there's been a huge oversight by the Prairie Wolves, which were the Plainsmen when I played.
Just tell the secretary you need a word.
Need a word with the AD.
They'll understand. It's important. That's Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by our friends at Newton's Lawn Care. Sign up for a 2024 fertilizer program and get a free winterizer application this fall. Call or text 402-440-6297. Andrew and the team at Newton's Lawn Care. All right, Sip, you were at the press conference yesterday. You weren't at the press conference yesterday?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you were there. Wait,
in all my glory.
Why'd you shake your head?
Nice.
Did
you ask a question?
I was going to say, I see on my screen, there's clips of you asking questions.
I think I did.
Nice. I love when we get Steve Sip.
Well, we're not going to do that, though.
We've already talked about that. We always do that. So don't. Yeah, we always do it every time. We make a big deal about it.
Today we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Today's going to be. We're going to change it up today.
It's incredible to think like that. You have like 9 jobs. What you do during the day is incredible.
It's a busy guy.
And mows 3 lawns and walks several dogs.
Yes.
Some truth to that.
That's what he does. There's lots to get to from Matt
That's
Rhule.
why I got called Leighton, by the way.
There's lots to get to from Matt Rhule, but in terms of it, the question had to be asked after the bye week.
Okay.
Who's at quarterback this weekend against Northwestern?
Okay.
In case there was any questions, Matt Rhule addressed that yesterday. Here's his answer.
Yeah, I think we're working hard to get Jeff to be the best that he can be. We're working hard to get Heinrich and Chuba to be the best that they can be. We'll play with Heinrich, for now. Jeff just ready to go on a moment's notice. Sometimes we mix him in with the ones a lot in practice. I would have no problem ever having a package to play 2. I'm not saying we would do that, but I have no problem with the way he works. But to me, Heinrich's played well. Heinrich's done some good things, and so he'll be the starter.
Okay, there you go.
I think he said that last week. It's not neither here nor there, but he talks so fast that
just confirming.
Yeah, he talks really fast, and it was presented last week as there's some shift in this, but I swear to God he said that last week. At any rate, it's not like a full blown here's our future,
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, he's our guy right now.
Jeff's ready at a moment's notice.
Yeah,
he's ready,
and I like it. I like that. I like the way it is because it's competition, and I think that's good. And Jake, as you know, it wasn't like that in the spring and August.
No,
it was Sims's job.
Absolutely,
there's
not much question about it either. That's the guy. That's the dude.
And the message from on high was that we have our guy. There's a battle for number 2. So that conversation's changed dramatically. Harburg is the guy, but it's not by a wide margin. So, but it's good to have a guy.
Yes, it is. Harburg's the guy for this weekend against Northwestern. You asked a question, Sip. You asked a question in this press conference. Right? Bill likes.
I enjoy this,
and we have the audio of Sip asking the question.
It's not all that professional.
Let's see what he had to ask about the Big Ten in general. Big Ten West. Here's Sip's question about that.
Do you hear the narrative that you hear it a lot? Big Ten West is down. It's bad. How do you react to that? Do you have any reaction?
I have none. Yeah, I mean, this is my first time going through it, and then Big Ten West will be gone next year anyway. So, I literally was a young coach because I don't want you guys to think I'm always just like coach speak. I was a young coach, head coach at Temple, and I sat down at a table at the retreat with all the American Conference coaches were there. George O'Leary, who I really looked up to, was there, and UCF was rolling at the time, and he was going to become the AD. And I was like, "Yeah, coach, we play." I forget what year it was. I was like, "Man, we play Penn State, but then we got Cincinnati," and he was like, Maddie. And he's like, "Just play them one at a time." And you hear that, but the teams I thought were going to be really good that year actually were pretty down, and the teams I thought were going to be down that year were really pretty good. And so, I think we face good teams each week. I think it's a battle each week. I just think there's always the narrative out there. Like people watch the Iowa-Wisconsin game and say it's a bad football game or it's an ugly football game. I think it's a beautiful defensive football game. And I see a lot of teams that scored a lot of points early in the season in games this week and not quite score quite as many points as the year gets on and people catch up and it gets a little colder. So, Iowa's on its way to having another great year. And people are making a big deal about how many points they score. They're scoring one more than their opponent most games. So I think I don't know anything about the Big Ten West other than I'm facing each one each year. And after the year, I'll probably have a better feel for, kind of who everyone is. And then we'll shuffle it up and we'll be going to the West Coast and I'll do my best to figure that out.
Do you have the quote about what the problem's been with Nebraska football? It was real early. It was really early. Like the second. No.
The inability to fight adversity early in games, that one?
It was more about not letting the outside conversation affect him. The
negative noise?
No, well, it's not negative. You could try that one.
Okay.
It's about like looking ahead.
All right, let's play that one.
Yeah.
Here we go. Matt Rhule from yesterday.
Again, I mean, don't we just want our players to go out there and fight the play? Like, I struggle with, you can tell I'm always going to defend my players and my coaches. I struggle with the fact that like these players are here to get Nebraska football over the hump because it hasn't been over the hump. And these coaches are here. Like when I go in for my heart exam and my doctor tells me I have calcium, I don't yell at the heart doctor. You know what I'm saying? I don't yell at the guy trying to fix the problem. So why would anyone say anything bad about the kids that are out there playing to try to get us back to a bowl game? Why would anyone say anything about the coaches that are trying? Like, that's crazy to me. So I see the impact it has on young people. It's devastating to them. It really is. Most of my job is about, hey guys, ignore the noise, ignore it, ignore what people are saying about you. And that, I'm having to do that a little bit in recruiting sometimes too. Like, coach, I don't know. Do the recruits need to hear everyone talk about that we're not good at this and not good at that? I don't know. So it's the job. It's challenging. I relish this. I'm not complaining about it. Everybody has a job to do. Fans have, but I'm proud of our players. And I say this so that they hear it, the parents hear it. And a PFF score does not determine who they are. Ethan Piper's out there playing with a broken hand, right? He's pass protected number 4 from Illinois, who's going to be a first-round draft pick with a broken hand, and we won the game. I'd hug the guy, not grade him.
That was not the quote. It was not. I don't know. Don't worry about it. That was an interesting. He was talking about in that quote. He was talking about PFF grades, which I don't know what Bill's thought on those are. Man, Rhule hates them.
Well, the issue there's some interesting things about it with just looking at how isolated you can look at different things now. But the PFF grades are picked up by someone randomly who is grading them.
Right. So
it's just some guy in his basement.
Yeah.
Basically,
or guys
like that. So, but can they actually look at something and be like, that's not, there's some things look at and go, no matter who you are, it's like, that's not good. Hey, I had to pass protect the edge and I got beat. That's not good. But overall, to have the grade and have that look at it, and also
know about it though.
Then PFF grades can get into your head,
right?
With not with your head, but they get into.
Yeah, they do.
All of a sudden, it gets very personal. It's like, the old. If it's like, hey, the D lines, they're playing okay. They're playing pretty good. Oh, are they? Because the PFF grade says this, or they're playing outstanding. They're playing terrible. Really? Because the PFF grade says this. Mm-hmm. Sometimes like that. Well, they ran the ball really well against your defense like that. So the D line, right? Sometimes it's like, no, the D line actually played really well. The linebackers didn't fit it, or vice versa. You don't know all the things, so you can have some things.
Interesting.
And when you don't know the call,
right?
You don't know the exact way that they're playing it. What's being taught?
What's being asked?
What's being asked? But there's certain times. Give you an example. They throw the ball to you 4 times, and you drop 3 of them. But your PFS
Right.
grades may be bad. It probably should be.
Right.
And I don't care
Makes
who's
sense.
judging. I don't care that it's not very good.
Right.
But there is some things with it that does make you wonder a little bit again of how it's looked at, how it's graded, and it gets very, very, very personal.
It does.
It gets very because right now you can get everyone's PFF grade.
He said that caused him most problems with players at Carolina. That he was constantly having to address it with players. The PFF grade. We're talking about Pro Football Focus for the uninitiated. Pro Football Focus grades each player in college football and pro football every game. People naturally are drawn to it because now what I don't get into the grades. I kind of look at the grades. I pass through them. I don't commit them to my memory, but they do give you snap counts, which is valuable. For a guy like me who's not on the sideline charting. I'm trying to take in a lot of different things.
I think it's really cool to look at.
Yeah.
He's played 500 some snaps so far this year. Or
Or
whatever. He's played every single snap for that team.
Right.
So it shows it shows availability.
Snaps,
Yeah.
yes, just snaps. Like Blaise Gunnerson played 10 snaps against Illinois. Why Gunnerson only played 10? I didn't even notice that. That's the kind of thing. Well, he was banged up. But that's the sort of thing. But the grades, Rhule talks in depth about, and I wouldn't have guessed this necessarily, that how much he has to counsel players who are getting graded poorly by PFF or just hearing a lot of negative noise. He talked, now Jake, I wonder if you have this sound. We can't do this thing where we get the wrong sound, but does he have the sound about the offensive line and the criticism they take?
I do have that one. Here's Matt Rhule on the offensive line from yesterday.
I think our offensive line has gotten better and better and better. I think they are one of the groups that I'm going to speak for them. I think they're one of the groups that's really been scarred they're scarred still by the things that are said about them out there, and they hear it. They probably were hearing it too much and not having a lot of fun playing. And I think that they, in the last 2 weeks, have really kind of gotten past that a little bit. I think they, I just don't, when you run the ball for 200 yards a game, no matter how you get it, like you don't do that if guys aren't playing well, if tight ends aren't blocking, if guys aren't running. I think the biggest thing that I've seen improvement in is our pass protection. We're getting better and better and better in pass pro. We're not here to throw the ball 45 times a game. So, but we're getting better in those regards. But I like our offensive line. I like, the amount of things that they see, the amount of things that people throw at us because we don't throw it a ton. The amount they blitz us. They are unsung heroes to me.
That is scarred. That word got me. The offensive line scarred from the criticism. And I always sort of think that people can dismiss that stuff, dismiss what the guys are right and what the people are saying on Twitter. But I guess it's probably harder than I give it credit for. I don't know. I'm older, so I don't care about it. There's so much noise now that I think it drowns itself all out. That's the way I look at it. I mean, I don't react to criticism the same because I get so much of it. And you don't even care. At some point, it's like, man, it's just a lot of noise. Like, what's it even matter?
Different times, obviously.
Different times.
And I would say this, everyone at that age is extremely aware of what's out there.
Yeah,
that's just everyone. That's not Nebraska's offensive line. That's everyone. Every someone that just goes to is in a fraternity.
Leighton
would be like very aware of something was being said about him, social media wise. It's not like, hey, did you see that? No. Now something could slip past me pretty fast,
right?
Really fast because people say, did you see that? No, I didn't.
Doesn't matter.
But everyone at that age level, they know. And they know.
Yeah.
And they also know at the same time at a place like Nebraska that should be factored in is that you also get a lot of praise.
That's true.
And sometimes even if it's not completely, justified every time, sometimes you get a lot of praise, you get a lot of positives. So this is probably one of the, as far as the programs to be at, it's heavily viewed, but you are still looked at in a very high, with very, very, what's the word I'm looking for like that? That it was just high praise.
Exalted?
Yes.
That's the word.
And so they also get a lot of positive. And if things are in that 50-50 range of what I may say or comment, generally it's going to go positive. More so for the players. Coaches might be different. They'll take a little bit more heat on different things. Players, people are still very, very much in this state pro player.
I would like some unjustified praise. That's what
Maybe you could get it for when you quote Jake on some of your topics.
No, yeah, it's always me. It's quoting. Yeah, that makes sense for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
What else, Jake?
Yeah, well, here's Matt Rhule regarding this upcoming weekend. He's looking at Northwestern and nothing else, not looking ahead.
That's what I was going for.
Here's the
that's what I was going
Here we go, Matt Rhule from yesterday.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the big picture. I think that's the problem with Nebraska football.
Yeah, that's it.
I think that's why we've gone 1-5 down the stretch most years. Looking at things outside of just going 1-0 this week, evaluating the offensive, defensive coaches, evaluating the offense versus all this stuff outside the program. I'm going to do my best to keep it from infiltrating the program. We've got to get a way to get 1-0 this week. We've got to try to improve this week. It's going to be a real challenge. So, to me, I had a chance to watch the teams we play. I was really happy to see Illinois play well. Because that obviously anytime we play someone, we beat them, and then we see them play well, it makes us feel good about who they are. So Northern Illinois go to get a huge win over a 5-1 Ohio U team. So, I feel good about where our team is, but our team has got to eliminate the looking past just what's important this week. When we got embarrassed at Michigan, we didn't think about anything else other than Friday night, and we were locked in. And we're going to find out about myself as a head coach and our coaches and our players and our staff. Can we have that same focus this week? We better.
Yeah, the thing he said that made the most sense to me is there are teams out there that are very talented that don't have to be on their screw. I don't know, Bill. You might push back on this. They don't have to be on their screws every single game. That they're good enough they can be flat on a Saturday and still win. Nebraska's not in that category.
And there are very few teams that are. There's only probably a handful that can be.
Handful.
I've seen Michigan sleepwalk a little bit this year,
Yeah.
and you've seen Georgia do it in the past. Like I said, they took everything they could to beat Missouri last year.
Yeah.
A very poor Missouri team.
Yeah.
And we're behind and could easily lose, and then they win by 60 in the national championship game.
No kidding.
So there's a difference on when.
God, there is a difference. That
right.
is remarkable if you think about it. That's a good point.
What you talk about, we talked about here, it's so hard to have your team ready, dialed in to do that. There's no way I would imagine that if Maryland played Illinois 10 times, I think Maryland would beat them 9. And then they just caught them on the one. They were asleep at the wheel, couldn't pick it up,
That's a good point.
couldn't get going. All those things happen. I mean, how does all of a sudden Northwestern come back and beat Minnesota
From the dead.
From the dead.
I
mean, Rutgers beat Michigan State from the dead. There was the probability had to be in the mid 90s. It was 24 to 6 in a driving rainstorm at Rutgers.
Yep.
No fans all left. There's 8 people at the game.
There wasn't much signs of hope for
at that
Rutgers.
time. The chance of victory had to be in the high 90s,
But you keep
and they win going away.
Rutgers,
It was 27. It felt like Rutgers beat them by 40.
God.
That's what the game felt like.
Yeah, I got a
fourth
question
quarter.
for Bill. We don't take advantage of him enough. I've never really, this never occurred to me till this moment. Did you show up to games where there was maybe one side of the ball that was dialed in, but the other wasn't, or there was even one position group that was a problem, and that became the problem?
Well, there's been times where there'd be a problem or not, where it was hard where one side wasn't maybe playing what they normally could expectation wise. There's been, we had a tough game against at LSU the week after we beat Alabama at Alabama. We go to Ole Miss. We're in control. Offense is moving the ball at will. Defensively played well. We had a little bit of a panic attack right before halftime. They had a drive, and we had also at halftime. We were making a bunch of different thoughts and adjustments. And then Ole Miss was really talented, and they scored a bunch of points on us. We had the game. Still was always never really in doubt. Won the game, but it was a very concerning game for us.
Yeah, Ed was concerned.
Yeah, it was very concerning, and it was very the flight home wasn't a fun flight.
God,
even
you won.
And even after you won, it wasn't that was a tough flight. It also helped us down the road to keep winning to win a national championship, but a tough game to be able to deal with. So there are so many things that go on during the game. During the week and all the different things. And that's why you're just like, how did that happen? Sometimes it's how you travel. Sometimes it's whatever. You name it. There's something little that goes on. That's why we have head scratchers every single day. You know, and the thing that comes up with when we talk about sometimes opportunities,
Yes,
because there's been opportunities for a lot of players when things popped up. Also, they took advantage of them. You know, kind of one of those situations. Well, one of those is what's happened at Nebraska, because I have a hard time believing that against Northern Illinois, Louisiana Tech, or Illinois, that Jeff Sims or Chubba Purdy don't win those 3 games. If they're the starting quarterback, they would probably win those 3 games. Now, Heinrich did his job and did a very good job. That's not what I'm saying. But opportunity was different. That was a different situation than what someone had to deal with during that time. So now with his opportunity, what he did very well was played well, won the game, and significantly reduced turnovers.
Yes, he did.
That's what came up with it. So I'm not arguing with like well, maybe it should be someone else. That's not it. I'm not even saying
he's got an opportunity.
I'm just saying they got an opportunity, and the opportunity came. It didn't have to go into a buzzsaw. Didn't have to go into, and I wouldn't say I'm not going to put by
Colorado
any stretch.
buzzsaw.
No, Colorado or Minnesota are not buzzsaws at all.
He wasn't a reason for a loss.
Right.
Like you say, just circle that guy.
So you always look at that sometimes like that. It's like how would this have played out? Right now, there's a pretty good chance that if Sims never gets hurt, that he's 3-3. I would say the odds would be high 90s.
Okay,
that's where they would
win those 3 games.
I think so. Win those 3 games like that because they were able to run the ball, play good defense. So I feel the same way about if it was Chubba Purdy in those 3 games would have been in that same spot. Whether the turnovers been the same, who knows? But that's how I'm just talking about opportunities that come your way.
That makes sense.
Opportunities that come your way. Just like the opportunities that are coming someone's way right now, they're way different. Is Anthony Grant. His opportunities are completely different now than what they were
starting the season.
At the start of the season. I would imagine, like I said, I know he had a tough fumble against Illinois.
Yeah, he did.
Really hard to say we're going to set him down right now. Because without the 2 start, I mean, we're all of a sudden it's like
depth issues there.
Well, what are we going to do?
Yeah,
that's hard.
Really,
when you have those spots, you can still do that. So again, I think the coaching staff's doing a great job with it, but it's always about opportunities that come up with it.
Reimer's back. I don't think you need to play that sound. Luke Reimer will play this game. He missed the last 2 with an infection they call an ARSA, A-R-S-A.
MRSA.
MRSA,
MRSA. You
forgot the M.
You forgot the M.
Yeah, MRSA. Is it MRSA?
MRSA.
I don't know what that is, but it's an infection.
It's serious.
Is it?
It's serious.
I think that there's a big problem with that, like Schiano's team with the Bucks a few years ago. With Tampa Bay, there's a big MRSA breakout.
Is that
weird. It was odd.
It could. Yeah, it's scary stuff. It's super scary.
It's not a joking matter at all.
Anytime you're dealing with that type of an infection, it's really, really,
He's back. Luke Reimer's back. There's Singleton's still out. I don't think there's. You know what? I mean, knock on wood, they're in pretty good shape physically. After all the losses on offense, now they've settled in. They got to find offense, though. That's the thing. They got to find offense.
We'll hear more from Matt Rhule in the 7:00 hour. When we come back, there's an update on Urban Meyer. Is he going to get back into coaching anytime soon? He addressed this yesterday. We'll talk about it next. An early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2008, and we're excited to open a second location in January 2024 at 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Our new branch will provide all the convenient services you're looking for in a bank, along with the friendly staff we're known for. Whether you're starting a business or expanding your business, our team is here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com, member FDIC.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today. I'm ready. Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check. Except this one. I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread? I can't stop eating it. Rico, relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today. Found in most local grocery stores.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and man, the October incentives get better. You won't want to miss this. Happening right now at Koppel, you have 0% financing or $6,500 off MSRP on select new half-ton crew cab pickups. Yes, you heard right. Happening right now until the end of the month. 0% financing or $6,500 off sticker price. Those incentives are the best we've seen this entire year. Hurry on in while supplies last. Just take that short money-saving drive down 144th Street or check us out online at KoppelCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All offers include trade-in bonus and with roof credit.
Husker fans, head coach Amy Williams and your Husker women's basketball team want to see you at Pinnacle Bank Arena this season. Season tickets are on sale now. Reserve your spot to cheer on the Huskers as they take on some of the best teams in the Big Ten and around the country. Opponents include Creighton, Maryland, Indiana, Iowa, and more. To buy tickets, go to huskers.com/tickets or call 1-800-8-BIG-RED. They have a full season of fun set for this year. For promotional information, visit huskers.com. Fall for savings at Bonsall Pool and Spa. Beginning October 13th, customers can take advantage of great cash and financing options on hot spring spas. Get up to $1,000 off a new High Life Collection spa or $500 off a new Limelight Collection spa when you pay in full, or get 0% APR for 60 months when you finance. This amazing offer ends October 23rd. Visit them at 33rd and Pioneers to learn more on how you can fall for savings at Bonsall Pool and Spa. Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627. You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
This is Bud Seinhorst, President and CEO of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association. Join us every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket for the LIBA Business Hour, as we discuss local business and highlight those who are thriving in the Lincoln area. It's the LIBA Business Hour, Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Tailored Lights is your go-to local manufacturer and installer of the best landscape lighting. Tailored Lights is excited to highlight the architecture of your home or business and provide a warm environment that feels safe. And for those outside the Lincoln area, they do ship across the country and are happy to work with anyone near or far with lights anywhere from 18 inches to 110 inches. Enhance your curb appeal with an exquisite tailored light today. Call 402-432-2572 or go to tailoredlights.com.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Today's agenda includes office meetings this morning, followed by a client lunch, then back to the office for another meeting, and ending the day with a presentation at a client's office. When you are on the go, you need an office phone that goes with you. At Hamilton, our business phone systems make it easy to sync your office phone features to your cell phone for quick and seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you need better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
It's time to close out the 2023 high school football regular season right here on 93.7 The Ticket. Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join me and the Husker Hall of Famer Jay Foreman this Thursday and Friday for a doubleheader in the final week of the regular season. First up on Thursday, it's a matchup of 2, 3, and 5 overall teams as they fight for the final playoff spot. Miller North travels to Lincoln to face off against the Silverhawks of Lincoln Southwest. And then on Friday, it's a top 10 clash between Gretna and the Lincoln East Spartans. All that and more coming your way this Thursday and Friday for high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jake.
Jake, you're a freaking nutcase.
Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Once again, we'll have some more Matt Rhule audio to play at the 7 o'clock hour. Some other things he addressed from yesterday. You guys can always call or text us 402-464-5685. There's been a lot of murmurs out there about, hey, would Urban Meyer be interested in the Michigan State job?
Murmurs.
It's open. There's some murmurs out
Yeah, there is.
right?
Yes.
I would describe it as murmur.
I like the word murmur, and I like the word frolic.
We've said
used
them
both
both.
of them.
We've said them both this morning so far. It's a good day then.
Urban Meyer, read those comments. They're
Yes.
fascinating comments, Bill.
Urban
yesterday.
Meyer was speaking at the Knoxville, Tennessee Quarterback Club yesterday. By the way, Urban Meyer, 59 years old. If you're just keeping track of
Bill's age.
59 years old. According to according to Mike Wilson of the Knoxville News Sentinel, he says the quote is, Urban Meyer has no desire to get back into coaching. He says, I am good. I never really took a day off. People, when I say that, they scratch their head. I am like, I never took a day off. I had some health stuff go on. I became addicted to sleeping pills. I was just a maniac worker. So no desire to get back into coaching. He also there's zero truth about any interest in him wanting to go to East Lansing to be at Michigan State. Just to confirm, there was a report that he might have interest earlier in October. He says, no, that's not true at all. Urban Meyer says, I am not going back to be a coach.
Maybe it's news, or maybe it's old news to you guys that he became addicted to sleeping pills, but I didn't know that.
I didn't know.
Is that old news?
Obviously, he's a personal friend of mine, and we still keep in touch quite often. That I did not know. But it is very common for people in the coaching world to have to take something to sleep, whether it be a melatonin or something of that nature, to do something because it's really hard to shut your brain off. You get into bed and also you start clicking through things of but this and this and this, and all of a sudden you're already on limited sleep anyway.
Yeah.
So it can happen.
Ugh.
You know, it can jump on you really, really fast.
Yeah, and then it becomes a cycle.
Yeah. So it's very, very hard. But with this is like, so when someone says there's a rumor, that just meant that was like Josh saying it. There was no credibility to the rumor,
Josh over here,
whatsoever with that. And just the fact that it was mentioned is like beyond hilarious. To think that he would go to East Lansing, to Michigan State.
It was just a murmur. It wasn't a rumor. It was a murmur.
An Ohio State guy going to live in East Lansing and then potentially be on a team that is, this thing is coming in the league. Think of the 4 teams just came in. And I also have to battle against Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State every day.
So you didn't buy
no, there's absolutely zero. I mean, -0 times -0.
I didn't the murmur. I was just reading it.
It's just incredible. So all of a sudden,
it's just
think about this. He had easily had the chance before Lincoln Riley to easily be the head coach at USC.
Yeah.
Live in Los Angeles, live in a beach house, and also have an opportunity to get talent good enough to win a national championship easily.
Mm-hmm.
And he said no. Mm-hmm. So all of a sudden, I'm going to bypass USC because I'd like to get myself a piece of that, East Lansing.
They have some nice neighborhoods there.
There is another interesting quote regarding the state of college football and recruiting for Urban Meyer. He said this. He says, quote, "It has never been harder than right now, I'm telling you." He says, every coach, every player has an agent. Think about that. Remember those days? Maybe a coordinator every once in a while had an agent. There's nothing wrong with agents. They're great. But when I am the head coach having to deal with a high school player that says, meet with my agent first, I want to meet with your family because you are talking about recruiting and other stuff.
Yeah, the kids now, the big-time recruits come in, and they've done this in Lincoln. I'm not going to name them, but they come in and they do have an agent with them. I don't even know what to say about that, but
high school players.
Yeah. It is what it is.
The day of the one thing that should never come up anymore. And sometimes a lot of them were, they were fictitious because of what they did and not about what they did, but how they were judged by it, because sometimes the logo matters. There's always a big thing about who are the recruiters, who can recruit well. I mean, so there's ever like let's just say it's on 3 top 25 recruiter in the country. They should not exist anymore.
Why do you say that?
Because now it's not about just the recruiting part. 'Cause it used to be, well, how do you figure that out? How do you figure out that his grandma used to do this and she used to work on Coney Island? She did this, all the stuff it took to try to figure it all out, get them to trust all that stuff. Well, now it's like, what's the deal? What's the situation?
What's the NIL deal?
What's the NIL deal?
God, that's so you still don't think recruiting goes into it.
You still have to recruit. Don't get me wrong. You have to recruit very hard. The recruiting should be down should all be looked at as who were the ones that have found that 5 years later is when they should be. What I'm saying is the time should be different. When they get marked as a recruiter, it's always out of the gate. When it should be judged as who's the best recruiter 4 years from now, and just say, okay, we got so-and-so. He's going to be a 3rd-round draft pick. He was a 2-star. That's recruiting. That's the ones that are out. The recruiting should be based on who is out evaluating.
Okay.
The other.
So it's
person.
not leg work anymore.
It's a different type.
That's not leg work.
It's a different situation when you go into it, because I caught the very, very tail end of this. But when all the stuff that went on with it, you missed the fun part.
Tight end.
Tail end. You missed the fun part of it. The fun part of recruiting.
I talked to an SEC coach. I ain't got to say who it is, but he said the exact same thing. He said I'm not a recruiter anymore. It's just an NIL offer. We say this is what you get.
Yeah.
They
still want to like you. They still want to have a relationship. Yeah. They do all this stuff, and also the thing
it comes down to an offer.
Give you an example. When I recruited Alex Smith to Utah, and I recruited him, I did all the recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
I did I was a defensive back coach, and I recruited a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Handled it all. Head coach was involved for a home visit.
The head coach being?
That was Ron McBride.
McBride.
One of the best recruiters I've ever been around. So he would do anything. My point is now with all these other recruits, when you start talking about your top guys you're on, the head coach has recruited them. They want to talk to the head coach. They want to directly talk to the head coach.
God.
And this is kind of like that. If the head coach is not the one that is the lead recruiter, then your odds go way down. It has to be all the time. Yeah, I talked to Lincoln Riley today. Yeah, I talked to so and so today. I talked to the head coach at Washington. Talked to the head coach at Penn State.
I wonder how many other coaches, guys, are like Meyer that say, I'm not getting back into that world. I just wonder how many there are you never hear from that say NIL, I'm not doing this. Agents for players, nope.
It affected basketball more than football right away, right? You lost
Jay Wright.
You got a lot of guys that are pretty young, successful coaches that left basketball because I'm not doing this anymore.
Right. Jay Wright comes to mind. Krzyzewski's not a younger guy.
No, he's not.
Mid-70s.
But Jay Wright is a great example.
Mid-70s. Krzyzewski, shut it down.
No, but
I
think he could have kept going. I think Roy Williams could have kept going.
Not exactly a young man.
No, they're not.
Roy Williams is late 60s. So it's like he can get Medicare, and we're hounding him because he got out.
What about your thoughts on Urban Meyer going to Michigan State? Is that realistic? What about the murmurs?
I think great the murmurs. It took a shot.
Someone just it doesn't matter what job comes open, it's like, because he's the one guy.
He's the guy.
He was the one guy. Just remember forever, there was a stretch there when Alabama got going and won 1 or 2 national championships that every year that Saban's going back to the NFL. That went away the last 8 years. Doesn't even come up.
No, it doesn't. You're right.
But the number one thing every year was always he's going back to the NFL. Well, same thing again. He's in his 70s.
He's old now. Yeah.
Now
that's why.
He's had an unbelievable. He's doing an unbelievable job still to this day. But I'm just saying
it doesn't come up.
Doesn't come up anymore.
His NFL, he's not going. He's college and retirement for.
Yes.
I wonder who's coming up. Whose names are? I gotta text my friend Graham Couch.
Graham,
and see who's coming up in that. Who's coming up in that Michigan State world? Whose names are coming up? I haven't even heard anything lately.
They want things to happen pretty quickly.
Do they?
Yeah, I would think so. I think you want to have like someone like very much in line. Someone will be named pretty. The rumor will be out well ahead of time.
Yep.
It'll be out by mid-November. So they're a month out from naming somebody.
See if our friend Lance gets involved up there. We'll see. With Lance Leipold, Kansas head coach.
Was there murmurs?
There's been murmurs there, too. There's been murmurs. When we come back,
Text Lance.
Hey, it's Bugaboo Tuesday. We know Bill's bothered today. We'll discuss more of that.
We just had one.
On Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's not often a man wakes up and says, I feel the best I have in years. We hear this all the time at Limitless Mail, and it can happen to you when you go to Limitless Mail and get a blood test to see what your body is missing. That's how simple it is. Schedule a free consult with Limitless Mail. Discuss your symptoms. Do the blood test. If your lab results say you're low in testosterone, we can fix that. Age is just a number. You can feel your best again. Just ask Limitless Mail.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
It's football season, and that means coaches everywhere are busy making game plans. Hi, my name is Seth Morris with Liberty Law Group. Teams make game plans because no two opponents are the same. At Liberty Law, we know no two cases are the same. Whether it's a DUI, a criminal charge, or you were injured and it wasn't your fault, we tailor our legal game plan to meet your unique needs. We are relentless trial attorneys serving all of Nebraska. To learn more, go to libertylawnebraska.com. Again, that's libertylawnebraska.com.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Career Days will provide you with a hands-on experience as you learn alongside SCC faculty and students and industry partners. Explore careers in healthcare, construction, ag, automotive, manufacturing, engineering, power sports, transportation, or technology. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Blecker and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
Husker fans, head coach Amy Williams and your Husker women's basketball team want to see you at Pinnacle Bank Arena this season. Season tickets are on sale now. Reserve your spot to cheer on the Huskers as they take on some of the best teams in the Big Ten and around the country. Opponents include Creighton, Maryland, Indiana, Iowa, and more. To buy tickets, go to huskers.com/tickets or call 1-800-8-BIG-RED. They have a full season of fun set for this year. For promotional information, visit huskers.com.
You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're a big tough? If you're a big tough guy this morning,
but you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
He stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
In 8 years.
Whoa. It caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Yes, caught me off guard.
I'm torn because I'm not a huge fan of the song. It's a good song, but I'm really impressed that you played it. It's not
a questionable song.
Yeah, it's not like, I don't know, some of the just crap bands that you play, like the one I really despise. Help me.
Bare Naked Ladies.
Oh my God.
He hates the Bare Naked
like
Ladies.
The bands like that. Mm-hmm. This is a real band. You played Hendrix.
The Who.
Yeah.
The Who.
You played Hendrix today.
Everyone knows The Who.
Yeah, you played the Stones today. You played, a real band. Bob Seger.
I played him a couple of times. Even the last 2 months, I played him twice, I think.
Yeah, this is a good one. I don't really like the song, but I'm just impressed that you played it. So I'll give it an 8.999993.
Impressive songs. Very psychedelic.
It is.
It's very 60s. A lot of experiment going on, it feels like. Yes, it was just
what kind of experiment?
What's going on there, Bill?
Erotic?
Joe Erotic?
Joe Erotic. That's excellent.
Joe, I would like that. The song I don't care for.
Okay.
don't care for it. I would not. It's just not
I
my.
totally see it.
I just
too.
don't like the song, but I have great appreciation because I think the craftsmanship of the song is very high. I think it's very high. It just doesn't work for me.
It's not Bill's type of song.
No, but again, the song, that's not a crap song because it wasn't, like I said, it's not the Bare Naked Ladies. It's not.
Right.
It's the Who, and they worked at it, and they were very ahead of their time. So I really appreciate that. I'm going to go with a 6-4-4-4-2-9.
6
Pretty good.
Yeah, 2-9.
Yeah, and I don't like the
It's
song.
a tough song to rate.
This is to support Jake and to support the band. And I
Support
feel
the Who. They need some support.
They need it.
And
They need support, Bill.
And also just because I think the craftsmanship is very, very good.
It was, and it
Rick
is.
Heyman, text me and let me know what you think.
Yeah, I wonder what he was
You're
thinking
done
of
with
that
that
song.
big piece of
Guaranteed.
That
prime
big
rib.
piece of meat, it's the 22-ounce
Prime
rib.
rib.
He
Sent
had.
us a picture of it. Remember the 22 ounce? And it looked like a squirrel had fallen on or something. It's all kind of chewed up and stuff.
Score. Josh, the score. We got to guess.
High.
7-9.
I like that.
Higher.
I like that.
9-8.
No, it's not that high. I'm gonna go 8-6. 8-8.
8-8.
All right.
Nice.
He says for creativity and because it's the Who.
Yeah, it is a good one, Jake. Just know that I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Really
I'll
impressed.
tell the Who. I'll tell the Who that
Yes.
myself. I'll tell the Who.
Yes.
Talk to them.
You branched out.
I played the Who before. Eminence Front, one of the greatest
Oh, you
songs
love
ever.
Eminence
I
Front.
love that song.
Jake loves that.
That song's incredible.
I do think Bill. Now you haven't heard of it, right?
What song?
Eminence Front.
Yeah, I have. Yes.
Now that's a good song.
Yeah. Much better than this.
Yeah,
it's a put on.
Yeah.
It's a put on.
Yeah, it's not psychedelic.
Yeah.
It's more hard driving rock. Eminence Front. And that's a great
song.
It's later Who.
Okay, ratings. Then we get to Bill's Thrills here. Notorious B.I.B. 6.25. Jennifer 7.5. Hubby a 6 from Novotny Nutrition and Wellness. Who in Columbus, Bill? Bird 6. Great band, but not their best stuff from Bird in Columbus. 3.2 from East Lincoln West. He says he thinks he's tripping on shrooms right now after that one.
I talked about it being chemical.
Yeah. Something's different. Pops in Minnesota, great name. 8. That's Pops. Love that one.
Nice.
Patrick in Norfolk, 3.8. Ryan in Delaware, 7.39. Kyle in Hooper, 3.5.
Hooper Logan View.
That's right. Scott in Bancroft, 4.2. Ryan in California, early out there, 2.5 from Ryan.
California.
Cleat, 8.9. We're not sure if it's Cleat Blakeman or Pillin or somebody else, but we've got a Cleat
What if
still.
it's Cleet Blakeman? He's probably, what is it? It's Tuesday morning, so he doesn't have a game tonight.
Well, it might be Cleat.
It's probably Cleet Blakeman.
Cleat Blakeman's listening.
Nice to hear from you, Cleet. From Norfolk.
What do you give it?
I gave it a 8.9. High score. Legal ID, and then we'll get to Bill's Thrills right now.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
We had a bugaboo in the last segment regarding Urban Meyer. This time for the real Bugaboo Tuesday on Bill's Thrills. Here we go.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
this
we
could be
need it.
bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
Tuesdays are reserved for bugaboos for Bill Busch on Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors, the ATMs of Lincoln. So, Bill, without further ado, the floor is yours.
I once again appreciate the cash flow that's coming through. And then also, again, I think Steve Schindler has it completely done now for Mid-Plains Advisors. So the tax-free app.
Oh,
is
nice.
now working.
Great.
So you
Awesome.
can funnel your money through that,
right through there.
that, and then you pay no taxes on anything.
Any paycheck.
Any paycheck. Just go right through.
any
that.
money.
Any money. Go right through it like that. So if it's no matter what, it's
You
incredible.
get inheritance.
Yes, inheritance.
Whip it through that.
Yes, like that. If there's a capital gains from selling the house,
Whip it through there.
Run it right through
the
there.
app.
Right through the app.
Yeah, baby.
Run it right through the app, and
It's a
nothing
great
happens.
app.
It's a great app. Yes, it's a very colorful looking little app too. Like that.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
He designed it well.
It's pink and gold. It's really cool. So when you log on to it, yes, it's on my phone. I'll have to show it to you.
Yeah, I'd like to see it.
You can't miss it on your phone. It's like
So
it just shines.
I go through a situation of a memory. So this came up yesterday with my wife, Laura, that brought this all.
Hey, you're out of paper.
I'm out of paper, so I got to get a new legal pad
Right. That's important.
Is there a chance that the ticket could forward us some cash for a legal pad?
I'll get you a legal pad.
That'd
Bill.
be nice if you could do that. That would be cash. That would be nice if I could do that. I'll finance it. I'll pay it back.
Cash.
Forward the cash to me. It's the great disappearance. The magical memories of the postal arriving pictures. Postal arriving pictures. We're doing a online add to cart my daughter's wedding yesterday.
Add to cart.
So we're doing pictures. We're picking out photos that we want, and we just click, boom, click, boom, click, boom.
Add to cart.
Add to cart. Now we have those pictures selected, and then we just go to send them to Walgreens, and then that's it.
That's it.
And then that's it. That's done. It's today's world. That's okay. It's today's
That's
world.
fine.
What it is like that.
It's efficient.
The missing of opening the photo envelope from the U.S. Post Office that you mailed in a roll of film. The anticipation was outstanding. You mailed in your roll of film, and you waited like 6 weeks.
Did you really?
It waited like 6, and it came back in a package, and you were like so pumped to see. Let's check these out. The anticipation was real. The roll of film, it might be a year old. It might be like a 36 roll that you took some pictures, then let the camera sit around forever, because now you take pictures every day. Back in the day, it was incredible, the lack of them like that. Or it might be an unusual event or a vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to see it. Think about this one now.
Good
So
point.
this ties into me and Sipple. In 4th grade of me, there's probably 6 to 8 pictures
Total?
of me in 4th. Total. 6 to 8.
Yeah, maybe not even that.
A birthday, me fishing, something like that. 6 to 8. Right now, 4th grade for Gigi, she had like 489.
That seems low.
That's
seems
the
low,
difference.
actually.
It is probably low. That's the difference of 4th grade. When you go back, it's like
so true.
there's a picture. There's Bill on his 4th grade. It's his birthday, and then he went fishing on his birthday.
And now he's 7.
And now he's 7. There's nothing.
That's all
now
you
it's
got.
like now there's a picture. We take pictures of sugar every day.
Right.
Every day.
And now he's 7.
I mean, they were gold. Some would, so you get them right, and they'd be ruined. And somebody like a thumb would be in the way. Look at this one. There'd be a blurry one, like that. You
There'd be a little shadow.
You had no clue. Like the lighting in the back was wrong. The sun blocked it all out. Someone's moving, and then you had that was the pre-photo bomb. Someone's moving, so it's all smeary looking. The photo bomb also. Look at Uncle Chester in the background.
Shirt's unbuttoned.
But look at
that belly.
Look at that. The pictures were incredible, and the wait for him like that. Now you have 9,000 pictures on your phone. You just go to Walgreens.
Yep.
The rush is gone.
Oh, God.
The rush
This
is
is
gone.
one of your best ones.
The rush is gone.
This is one of your best
And
ones.
then here's the super. You want a super bonus?
Please.
Yes,
super bonus bug.
I do want a super bonus.
Okay. The photographers, the wedding photographers of the 60s, 70s, and maybe 80s.
Yeah.
They had no clue if they got the shot or not. They're doing the wedding. No idea. Could be. It's happened. Guaranteed. Oh, Jeff. Oh, there's no film in the camera. Took all this big. Now it's all digital.
You have to get married again.
If you watch the photographers, they take pictures now. They just look. Got them. Oh, it's all good. Everybody got it right here. Every picture's incredible. You had no idea.
The best one you've
in
ever done.
1972, it was like, how the wedding pictures turn up? We're hoping for the best.
Hope to God.
Hope to God. That's it. That's it. It was incredible.
Come on.
Yeah.
There's years of undocumented life for me.
Yes.
There's years.
There were 6 pictures a year.
Right.
That was it.
There were not even 6 a year. I mean, that's fascinating.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
And
it
the
is.
excitement waiting for that photo to show up. And literally it'd be like, we took these pictures like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
We're just getting them developed right now. Like that. And sometimes there'd be some questionable ones like, oh, are they going to send those back to us? I don't know.
I don't know how you do this. It's so true. It's so true.
The great disappearance. The magical memories of the postal arriving pictures.
Some response from
That was
the text
genius.
line. There is response here for sure. East Lincoln West says 100.
100.
100.
So true. It's so damn true.
Someone says, Bill, it's called Shutterfly if you want pictures in the mail now. It's not the same, though. You can see them ahead of time.
It's not the same.
You couldn't see the film.
You had no idea what you were getting. You mailed the film in. You mailed it in.
God, that's
mailed it.
true.
You put it in an envelope and you mailed it in.
Yep.
Zach in Fox Hollow says, my grandma, who is still going at 101 years old, always cut someone off in her pictures back in the day.
Yes, always. Yep. Yeah, my head's gone.
Yeah.
Classic. You had no idea. Yeah.
Milkman says, Coach, you killed this one today. Well done. Nyla says, I don't know, Bill. When I go out, get drunk, I take pictures, opening the phone, and it's always a big surprise on my phone.
Oh,
Hello.
Could be fun. Yeah, it could be fun. That's still fun.
Someone says, and you always had the negatives at your place? Is that true?
Yeah.
You had the negatives?
When it came back, you got the negatives.
Yeah,
But
and
you
you
wanted to
strip
get
them up.
If you wanted to get it enlarged, you had to go send it like that. I'd like to get this one enlarged.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Yeah. I can remember looking at those strips.
Yeah.
Better fascinating.
There's some more response here. This is great. People are really coming through for the text today. Ryan in the Black Hills of South Dakota says, I tell my kids all the time, this is why we don't have evidence of the crazy things we did as kids. Pictures didn't exist. We took 5 years.
There was never a time, grab your camera.
No.
Really was. It really
didn't have a camera.
What it really came down to an event, like if you're going to a birthday, maybe a vacation or something like that. There was never a time on a Tuesday someone goes, hey, grab the camera. 1969, grab the camera.
Not usually.
1974, grab the camera.
No, it'd be kind of strange if someone showed up and they had a camera. Like, oh, what are you going to do with that?
Yeah, exactly. What's going on with that? Yeah, what are you doing? Plus, they're bulky to carry around. They're like this big. I mean,
you got to take pictures?
Remember what the old wedding picture looked like, and the ones that are taking like the action shots of games like that with the large flash on it, like that, the big thing with the large flash. I remember a camera from my parents still where you had to put an individual flash bulb in for every picture.
Oh God!
You put it. You had to slide it in.
Oh yeah.
Click. Boom. Took that bulb out. Put a new bulb in.
We'll address this on the other end. Is there? There's still wedding photographers though, aren't there?
Well, yeah, but they know that. Yes. If you watch and they whoever they're doing it, they're like, they look, got it.
Did you ask if people are still taking pictures at weddings?
Yes.
Well, they just take their own.
For real. No. People just take their own pictures.
Couldn't you
just hire my mom to take pictures?
Also, the difference in the photos now, because now they're going to do like 50,000 different photos and looks and all this stuff because it's so easy to do them now. Before it wasn't that easy to have, but there is a chance when that photographer's driving home, he's like, I might have missed the whole wedding. There's a chance that I might have missed the entire wedding. You had no idea if it went through or not.
That'd be devastating to the bride.
That was
not the groom.
Just
the groom probably wouldn't care.
Real dudes.
He's like, it's fine.
Real dudes. If you go back and look at like pictures of people like Schindler's wedding, there's like six. There's like a picture of like my sister and Steve, and you like this one in our house. I think it's still there forever. When they got married, there's a big picture like me and my sister. Also, the day I was in the wedding. And that was the picture my parents put up. They didn't put the picture of my sister and Steve. The picture was of me and my sister. A giant, like 17 and a half by 11.
Why did they put the wedding picture?
They were little. My parents like me.
They're like Bill. Ron and Sharon are great people. They're great people.
Picture. Shiller didn't make it. The guy's doing a blood drive. I couldn't get his picture up.
Poor Shin Daddy.
Shin Daddy.
Bill's Thrill, sponsored by Mid Plains Advisors. Top of the hour next on Early Break of the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
Husker fans, head coach Amy Williams and your Husker women's basketball team want to see you at Pinnacle Bank Arena this season. Season tickets are on sale now. Reserve your spot to cheer on the Huskers as they take on some of the best teams in the Big Ten and around the country. Opponents include Creighton, Maryland, Indiana, Iowa, and more. To buy tickets, go to huskers.com/tickets or call 1-800-8-BIG-RED. They have a full season of fun set for this year. For promotional information, visit huskers.com.
Today's agenda includes office meetings this morning, followed by a client lunch, then back to the office for another meeting, and ending the day with a presentation at a client's office. When you are on the go, you need an office phone that goes with you. At Hamilton, our business phone systems make it easy to sync your office phone features to your cell phone for quick and seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you need better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive. Always honest answers.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. For October, it's Pork Month. Enjoy all-natural boneless pork shoulder for $1.69 per pound, fresh pork belly for $2.99 per pound, and Fairway's fresh ham loaf mix for $2.99 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn. Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627. Leaves are falling and the temperatures are cooling down. But don't put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Leagues are underway with winter leagues beginning on November 27th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf, inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Book a tee time today or learn more at Double Eagle Golf.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans, so I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Tuesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch. Hour number 2 is sponsored by Midwest Bank.
Oh, God.
Member, Bill?
FDIC.
I had a lot going on.
Come on. Locked in over there.
Come on, defensive coordinator.
We will get back to some texts in a second, but what is Steve Schindler's special today at Midwest Bank, Bill?
Well, it's incredible. He does this once a month, and it's for free.
Once a month?
Once a month, does this for free. Free marriage counseling.
No way.
Yeah. So he brings the couples in, and they just get it. He gets down, he gets them to be very relaxed and speak with him. It's it's kind of a nice, it's not bright.
Is there
lighting.
a separate room?
The separate room that they meet in just off the bank lot.
Does he do it?
He does the marriage counseling himself. He starts off with usually by listening to like a little bit of Jerry Jeff Walker or David Allen Coe to kind of just relax everybody.
Schindler does it. He doesn't bring in a
no, he doesn't bring it. He does it himself. He does it himself. They just work through. They just work through problems that might be going on, and he has such a great, situation with his wife, Tamara. He can relate to things with them. He's just using advice, and he's spot on everything. You know what he does? He does bank. Imagine trying to work through all the So who do you go to? Steve. Here's what I think. Here's why I was long author. Jake for a major price and I didn't get him to see. I didn't mention it because Jake was right. They could have been up there and Elizabeth been there. Anyway, so he does that. They'll be 9 to 11, and then from 2 to 3.
Wants you can.
No, you don't want me to come.
We've
by.
not been invited. It's very
You don't know.
Are you going to Wings and Rings? If not, you won't be there. If he's not,
I guess we won't see you tonight.
Don't laugh at your own
joke. It's not at Wings and Rings.
We won't see you.
That would be a good
I didn't
spot.
laugh at my own joke.
Yeah, it was funny. That was funny.
Yeah.
Wings and Ring Tuesday nights are good. It's
We
the
won't see you
discount
there.
price.
We won't see you at Wings and Rings tonight.
Discount price. Brad from the Baldwin shop. I'm going tonight probably. So if you're
So when I reach out to Steve,
Brad goes,
What a
okay,
guy.
Steve Schindler is doing marriage counseling. And I wonder if there's any leftover cookies.
Cookies from the blood drive.
Yeah, from yesterday.
Yesterday. Well, I'm sure there is.
I got to think so.
You have to think so. I sure would think that.
I mean, some kind of comfort food would be good for the couple walking out of there. Schindler. God.
There was some response before we move on from back to Bill's Thrills real quick. I like some of these. Someone from Wilbur. This is Aaron. Sorry, Aaron in Crete says this. He says, guys, it might be a good thing that I couldn't take pictures at a street legal dance in Beamer, Snyder, or Howells. May have gotten some evidence of illegal drinking that might have been gotten a lot of people in trouble.
Minor in possession. That's what it sounds like to me was going on.
Never
happened.
MIP. No evidence. No evidence.
Never once did we get out of the car at the Beamer Ballroom to head in to see Street Legal or at the an outside concerts there also. Never say, hey, make sure you grab your camera. Grab your camera before you go. Never, not one. Grab your camera. Never came up once. Just better times, Jake. Better.
Someone
times.
says this was your best segment of all time.
I think it wasn't the best.
I mean, now he's had incredible. Was this the best? I mean, it's up there.
It's close.
I'm not sure
It's
to put
top
the
five.
best.
I'd say top five.
Well, I appreciate it, but just
I thought the jump ball.
The anticipation one was just incredible.
Yeah.
Anticipation
the
one.
jump ball. He did love the jump ball.
Jump ball freaked me out.
A jump ball.
Thank you, Breakers, for texting in.
464-5685. Call or text as always. We'll get to NFL winners and losers next segment. We got week 6 winners and losers to get to after this segment here. But we got to get to some more Matt Rhule audio. You want to get to a couple of things here we didn't get to in the first hour.
This audio.
Got to have it.
No, it does. Jake does a great job.
We got to hear from Matt.
Sometimes people just talk about here's what was said. Jake has the
It's
live
important
audio.
to have what the coach has said because you can say, what was the tone? What was his mood? Well, I can play it for you. How about that?
Changes everything. Let me get to hear Steve Sipple live.
You wanted to hear Sip his comment on Emmett Johnson and also the fumble.
Well, you asked the question on the rundown.
Okay. Ask what I asked. Read it. Tell the listeners what I asked.
It's a good question. Matt Rhule says he wants to continue to run the football when the team has a lead this year. Can this Nebraska team win that way? It's a great question. It's a question that goes through my mind all the time because they've lost so much at running back. They lost their top two. Grant, has been. He's had fumble issues. Can they choke out a lead? Is the way that Rhule puts it. I think that's the way he put it yesterday. You might have that sound. I don't know. They want to choke out a lead. If they get a lead, choke it out. Does that make sense to you? I love that kind of terminology, by the way.
Yes.
So can they still do that with this, down two big horses at running back? I don't know. A lot of it depends on Anthony Grant. That's what to me, it's about Anthony Grant. And if the offensive line is hammering away, are they getting, Rhule says they've picked up confidence the last two games. I get it to a certain extent. They didn't run the ball well against Michigan. Remember?
They did not.
They got 100 plus, but 74 came on Fleek's run late. Josh Fleek's run late.
Yes, that helped him get on the board. They were shut out at that point.
They had 159 yards rushing to Illinois, 3.2 per carry. It's not like the last two games they've been, steamrolling anybody. So I don't know. I don't know where that's going to go. I don't know what's going to look like. Northwestern ranks 108th against the run, though. They don't stop the run very well.
They don't.
No, if Northwestern stays in their same schematics, which is they are a huge too high, Tampa 2 things. If
two
they
safeties. The expert right here.
If they do that,
too high safety.
Nebraska will rush for 400. Nebraska will rush for 400 easily on them. First of all, you're down in the box on normal run.
Mm-hmm.
Add the quarterback run and you're +2. Mm-hmm. And so if they don't do anything different than what they have done, now they don't just play every snap like that. Don't get me wrong, but he is a believer, and that is his. That's because when he came from North Dakota State,
mm-hmm.
in general they lined up 12 games of the year with better players than the other team. Yeah. So they're able to do a lot of things. They're able to stop the run with less numbers.
Okay.
They were that good. And so they're able to two guys. That doesn't exist anymore. And so if the schematics are the same, it could be just an absolute bludgeon. There's a chance that the time of possession is like 49-11.
Oh.
It could be 49-11.
Easy.
It could be.
That'd be cool.
Northwestern does rank 108th in rushing defense. So I get what you're saying. I don't know that Nebraska's ready to dominate anybody like that, but maybe you're right. That'd be nice.
Here was Matt Rhule yesterday regarding Emmett Johnson, the current role for him, and the fumble that he had in that football game. Here's Matt Rhule regarding that.
Yeah, Emmett can play for us. I think Emmett's a good player. Emmett, we ran a counter with him, and he knifed up the field and got 6 or 8 yards. I think he shows quickness and toughness and burst. Excellent protection, can catch the football. We just have to protect the football, and he has to protect the football. Obviously, his was on an exchange. It wasn't a pure fumble. So, kind of going back to what Sam just talked about, right? Like, hey, Heinrich wasn't taking a lot of reps with Emmett for a couple of weeks, right? Now just getting them kind of synced up together on some of those plays. But Emmett can really help us.
I wonder if you have the sound of him talking about what the question you asked, it might be hard to find. Don't worry about it. But he did talk about the identity of the offense not changing, that they do want to continue to run the ball. And ultimately he wants to become a team. Maybe you have this, maybe you don't, that in the fourth quarter runs for 100 yards and salts away games. That's what he wants to become. Maybe that's the kind of game we'll see on Saturday. I don't know.
I don't want to play the wrong quote.
Don't
I'm not
play
sure if I have it here, but it was labeled incorrectly.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Well, the numbers
don't try it. Go ahead.
And Josh helped me with this yesterday. The reason it's going to be so important to salt things away, be able to run the ball, because they're going to be in those spots. If you just look at Wisconsin, we're talking scoring now.
Okay.
They're 78th national.
Wisconsin
is. Purdue is 98th national.
Right.
Northwestern is 107th national.
Right.
Minnesota, they've already played. There's 110th national. Iowa is 113th. That's in total yardage, just in scoring.
Okay.
113 in that. So they're going to play a schedule that the other teams are playing. I tried to look at Michigan State's asked about the West, but the scoring is horrendous. So that means that no matter what, the game's is going to be tight. That also allows you to be in a position to have to run the ball late. Mm-hmm. So I don't think they're ever going to have to be in a spot where it's going to be, we have to get some big chunk plays.
I don't think so.
There's always a chance that, but I don't see right now. When you just look at the teams, when you just watch on offense, then you say that, well, Wisconsin's 78th. They just lost their quarterback. And so now it's going to be, they're even a lesser team than what that is.
I'm sorry, but that quarterback's not great. Braden Locke.
No,
he's not great.
And so every game they play, they're probably going to be in a spot in the fourth quarter ahead.
Yeah, we're talking about. I think we're on the same page here. Close games, close game after close game after close game after close game.
Yeah.
Right?
No one, they're not going to get away from you.
No,
it's not all of a sudden.
You wouldn't think so.
What happened? Northwestern went for scored 64.
Yeah,
we had to score 65 points to beat them,
or even
40. No, they have no chance. There's just no. It's like
they score 40.
If you get 7, this is like 1972. If you get 17, you're like going. You're kind of in the driver's seat. You're kind of in the driver's seat. If you just look at the numbers,
I'll say 20.
Yeah, just basically, there's no team you play, and then you say, "Well, what about that Maryland team? What? I don't know. That I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it like that." And that talk about one loss. People always say in coaching, it's always don't let one team beat you twice.
Right.
Ohio State beat them twice. Ohio State beat them twice.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
Ohio State beat Maryland twice. You're right.
And so there's a tough. Also,
Michigan will do that to you.
Rutgers beat Michigan State like 3 times.
You think so?
That game is.
You think so?
Devastating.
Really?
Devastating to them.
God, that sucks.
Devastating to them. Maryland, that's a devastating loss.
I mean, it sucks. I mean it. I see in the world, the perfect world, you just say, okay, we lost that game. We got to get ready. I mean, that game's over. Yeah. But that's not the real world, is
not
it?
the real world, no. Especially in that case, especially a team that's already upside down.
Yeah.
They've had, the head coach.
It's not the real world. Jake, I have to remind myself of that all the time. That losses do impact the next game. I don't fully understand it when you have that many people involved. Like, can't somebody say, "Hey, come on, this ain't going to affect us next week"? And
it all depends on who your next week is. So it's kind of like
true.
Michigan State, crushing loss,
and now
Michigan. They play Michigan.
The one positive, it's a home game. That's it. It's all you get. It's a home game.
I don't even know if that's positive.
Yeah. And so right away, it's like
you're just gonna get beat in front of your home fans.
Yeah, I think it's not bad. Yeah. It's not good.
And Michigan's gonna take great pleasure in beating you in front of your home fans.
Yeah,
I don't even know if it's good, Jake. I get what you're saying, and I get what you're saying, Bill.
So
I just
with the run game with how important it is to be able to ice things away or run it late when you're
choke
ahead.
them out.
The chance of the game again, saying like we got to get the ball down the field. We got to score points fast. Any game like that, there's a great chance that hopefully Nebraska scores a bunch, but you can go into the first game against Northwestern. It's like if they have 6 points at halftime, that's very plausible.
I wonder if you have the sound where reporter Sam McEwen from the World Herald asked him about Satterfield and not running tempo.
Yes, I have that right
That's
here.
A good quote. That's a good quote.
Matt Rhule on that right here.
Yeah, we're not going to play with tempo. Like, it's just not us yet. Like at some point we will go, as we continue to develop, and maybe it'll be this week. But like right now, like we, after you have 8 turnovers in the first 2 games, you're going to say we have a good defense. You're going to say, hey, let's not beat ourselves. We won 3 of our last 4. I know that, but we won 3 of our last 4. So, yeah, I sit on everybody. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm complain about me. Like, don't complain about the coaches. Like, you think Ed wants to run a fake punt every week? He wants to block every punt, right? I have to say, Ed, what are we doing? Ed, no. Ed wants to do that. Sat wants to throw the ball down the field every play. Garrett wants to drop back and throw it 50 times. Tony's going to go 0 blitz every play. My job is to manage the team. And again, I let my coaches coach. I don't want to sound like I'm sitting here going through every call, but I set the tone for what we do. When we have a lead, we're going to run the football and choke the game out. If that's just what we're going to do. And you know what will happen when we get good? And maybe we're good now, maybe not. I'm not saying when we figure this whole thing out, we're going to have a bunch of games where we have a lead in the fourth quarter and we run for 100 yards and everyone's going to leave happy. It won't be, I won't be up for the Broyles Award. No one's going to call me a guru, or, Sat might not be up for the Broyles Award, but, we'll win games. We just want to win.
Just be 1 point better. That's all it is right now. Just like, that's the Iowa mentality.
That's all they care about. I was like, just win the game.
Just be 1 point
win
better.
Ugly, just win. Just win.
Choke the game out. I mean, let's face it. Nebraska has gone a long time without being able to do that. Against Wisconsin last year. If you just can run the ball, you choke out that game.
Game's over. That game's over if you can run it.
They just haven't been able to do that. They're going to try. And Anthony Grant's big in this conversation. It's big.
You don't go into the game thinking we got to get 31 points. You just don't go into the game this weekend. You don't go in next weekend. You don't go in any of these games. It's like,
I don't think so.
Somehow we got to build a score. When you played against LSU in 2019, it's like
you just got to score 35.
It's like, hey, listen, if you don't get 35, we're not even going to be in the game.
No,
we're not even going to be in the
incredible.
game.
Think about that.
And so
I've thought about it.
That's what it's going to be.
Oklahoma was like that too, right?
What's that?
When Lincoln Riley was there.
Yeah, you had to score.
You had to score.
You had to score. They were forcing those guys. Yeah, they were going to score.
Ohio State's like that.
Yeah. I always think I love the 1 year game. I just love the 1 year. Imagine a year ago, Lincoln Riley at USC, and they're rolling along pretty good. They came within one game of the playoffs. If they'd have won the game, they're going to be in the playoffs. And where they're at with Venables, everyone's just beating him up. Wrong guy. This. Matt, look at the flip right now.
It's amazing. In one season, you're right, Bill.
In one season, you're sitting there going like, oh my,
they're in pretty good shape.
Oh my, they're in pretty good shape.
They're in
right
pretty
now.
good shape. They don't have a lot. I mean, they got to get through Kansas.
They basically, because the tiebreaker had zero chance that they won't be in the Big 12 championship game. They'll be in the Big 12 championship game. Somebody else got to earn back to it. And I go and just think of those games that may come up yet. Think of them at that. Oregon, Washington, Pac-12 championship game. Texas, Oklahoma.
Jesus.
Think about that. I mean,
Excuse my language. That is amazing. That is amazing. I'm serious. You get Oklahoma, Texas again,
and again, like I said, that's where the Big Ten missed out because they could have been one of those. Could have been the replay of one of those three teams. I don't know how it's going to get away from one of those three teams of being in that spot. But I will say this with Iowa. Obviously, I feel that the one game that they have very little chance of winning is at Nebraska because Nebraska will be able to hold them and be able to score enough, and the defense will to match them. So I feel that's going to be not an easy win, but a win for Nebraska. But if they went 11-1, might be one of the greatest coaching jobs ever done. If Iowa goes 11-1 and goes to the Big Ten championship game, because at that time they'll be ranked about 8th.
They'll be top 10. Have to be top 10.
It'd just be incredible like that. Now I don't think that's going to happen because someone will get them
Someone
like
will
that. Someone will trip them
Yeah.
because the same thing. They live in this close world.
Mhm.
When you play like I have to be perfect,
Mhm.
and the defense has to snuff everyone out. Hey, listen, defense. You got to keep them under 9.
Right.
You got to keep
Or
them
12.
under 9.
I
Or
mean,
12.
no big deal.
The
It's
most
like
points
12.
we can get is probably 12.
Right.
That's
incredible.
it.
If we get 14, we're rolling.
We're rolling.
That's what it's
if
like.
we hit 14,
It's
this
a
will
good
be
game right
Yeah,
there.
it'd be insane. They almost need to go for 2.
And they're not. Their defense is real good, but it's not as good as last year. It's really
what
good.
jumped out about me with their defense watching was how stout they are up front, but they're not pass rushers.
Ooh.
They're not pass rushers. They're not like oh wow off the edge and
No.
that's not.
They bring guys.
You don't have that. But they also match up with whoever they play because they don't play a bunch of teams. It's like, well, they're going to throw it 50 and we can't pass rush very well. No, that's not who the teams are.
And then they have the weapon at punter. They have a guy who averaged 51 yards on 10 punts against Wisconsin.
2 over 60, didn't he? 2
I
punts
think
over
so.
60
He's
yards.
incredible. He's just incredible. I think he might be the best punter in the world. Jake, you would know better. Is there a
It's
guy
hard
in the
to
NFL?
push back on that.
Yeah, he might be the best punter in the world at Iowa. They might have the best. I mean, is there an NFL punter that's better than Torrey
There's
Taylor?
plenty of good ones, but I mean, Torrey's doing it consistently every punt. He doesn't
That's
have
a
a
good player.
bad punt. He doesn't have a bad punt.
And their kicker, as I said yesterday, has pissed right. I mean, Drew
There it was
Stevens.
again.
Drew Stevens is really good. I mean, he's just whips through a 48-yarder on the road in a huge game like nothing.
Just
like
a walk
nothing.
in the park.
Yeah.
Just whips a 48-yarder. In a cold, windy stadium, no problem.
No biggie.
Yeah. Plenty of distance right down the middle.
When we come back, Week 6 NFL winners and losers next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. For October, it's Pork Month.
Enjoy all-natural boneless pork shoulder for $169 per pound, fresh pork belly for $2.99 per pound, and Fairway's fresh ham loaf mix for $2.99 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Whether you're booking a trip to Lincoln for a football game or a volleyball weekend, the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus is the place for you. The Scarlet Hotel is special on many levels, from the delicious Well and Good restaurant on the main floor to the coolest rooftop patio bar in Lincoln, the Barred Owl, on the top floor of the hotel with great views of the city and one of the coolest drink menus. Book your stay or book a staycation today at scarlethotelnebraska.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Service Ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Whether you're looking for a place to stay for a concert at PBA, a Nebraska home game, or just a night on the town, the Courtyard Lincoln Downtown Haymarket is the place for you. Enjoy an evening at one of many restaurants or bars within a short walking distance. Business travelers at the hotel will enjoy free high-speed internet access, a 24-hour business center, and large in-room workstations. And check out the Bistro, where you'll enjoy healthier food and beverage options, as well as high-tech conveniences. Book your room today at the Courtyard Lincoln Downtown Haymarket.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It's football season in Nebraska, and that means coaches are busy making game plans. I'm Eric Hagan with Liberty Law Group. Teams make game plans because no two opponents are the same. At Liberty Law, we understand no two cases are the same. Whether facing a DUI, criminal charge, or you were injured and it wasn't your fault, we tailor our legal game plan to meet your unique needs. Liberty Law's relentless trial attorneys serve all of Nebraska. To learn more, visit libertylawnebraska.com. That's libertylawnebraska.com.
Is this you? You feel the same way every day, and it's not good. You may think there's a magic pill that can fix you. There isn't. Limitless Male has found that the majority of men who admit they feel bad are suffering with low testosterone, which can cause these symptoms: low energy, brain fog, belly fat, muscle loss, low libido. Sound familiar? Get your testosterone checked at Limitless Male. Your first consult is free. Insurance accepted.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, expecting mostly sunny skies with a high of around 73. Tonight, partly cloudy with a few sprinkles possible, the low of around 55. And tomorrow, a slight chance of showers, otherwise partly sunny and breezy with an afternoon high of around 69. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're watching on the video stream during the break, I kept the video up for the outside because we had a special visitor. We had a Shut Up Sipple sign outside.
Yeah.
We had someone holding up a Shut Up Sipple sign. Now,
Sawyer.
There's a story to this because if you recall, 2019 Nebraska hosts Ohio State. They got blown out 48-7, but College Game Day was here in Lincoln. And we had a ton of people outside at the Union, I guess the stadium, outside the stadium, holding up signs.
That's right.
And I saw that sign. I took a picture with Sawyer and Lori.
Oh, you did?
Yes. So I have a picture with that sign. Sawyer's obviously grown up a lot since then. He was a smaller
little
kid
guy
back then.
Awesome.
But that was cool to see them. He brought it back. We'll put pictures up on social media if you didn't see that.
And all of a sudden they're just
standing there.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
It's a great picture of
Sid.
It's a great picture of you.
How did you describe that shirt he had on?
Regal.
Regal.
Stop.
It was a Regal shirt.
Yeah, look great.
They listen to the show every day, and they listen on the way to school. We have to be mindful of the kids going to school. Now that it's fall break, we don't have to be mindful today. We can be a little off color, but we have to be mindful of the kids going to school. Don't say piss rockets and stuff like that.
Yeah. Be careful. Yeah, that caught us way off guard yesterday.
Yeah, who said that one? I forget who said that.
Yeah, Steve said
Raph.
that.
Oh, that was Raph.
It's Raph.
That rascal Raph.
Anyway, the kids are going to school and they listen. They listen to the ticket. The kids.
They have for a long time. The kids.
Yeah, we have a lot of parent-child listening going on the way to school.
We have to be mindful of that.
We have to.
I am.
We have to.
I am mindful, and so is Jake. So you're talking to yourself. So just talk to yourself.
Hey,
Yeah.
by the way,
I
before we get to winners and losers, I showed Bill something after the show yesterday. You had already gone, but Bill, I told you the story about the ticket that flew away in the air.
Yes.
And I said, Bill,
Your
before you go, Bill, come look at this.
I went and looked.
Bill saw the Michigan ticket that's in the grate over here.
It's still in the
Still there.
It's still there. Because I thought the rain would affect it, but no, it's covered up so that there's no rain that goes down there. It's as dry as could be. It's right there.
And
it's face up.
I have a plan of how to get it out. We're gonna retrieve it.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
You want to share the plan?
Yes. It's going to be some sort of a wooden stick, a dowel rod with some bubble gum stuck to the end, and I can work it
dowel
down,
rod.
Stick it, boom. And
This will
then
be on
bring it up.
video.
Have you heard of a dowel rod?
Yes.
I've heard of it. I couldn't.
A
point it out.
dowel rod.
Yeah, a little wooden piece of like a cylinder.
I just love the bubble gum.
Yes.
I just love the thought of the ticket flying up into the air.
Yes, I
and
do.
it going right down.
And the best part
into
is
the grate.
other people trying to help Jake
They
get
did.
the grate off. To
I
get the
showed
ticket.
Bill. I'm like, well, this one clearly comes off. This one doesn't. You can't.
Jake walked me through the whole thing.
I did.
Yeah, that's
Gave
like
you the play-by-play.
30 minutes of my life I'll never get back, but we did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw the ticket, though.
Yeah, I saw
That's
it.
what I got.
The ticket.
The ticket.
All right,
let's
let's go.
get to NFL winners and losers. This, of course, sponsored by Fuhrer's Cheese Spread, the greatest tailgate snack of all, available at almost every local grocery store you can find. Based out of Sutton, Nebraska, but they're all statewide. Fuhrer's Cheese Spread, a Nebraska tradition for 63 years. Biggest winner, Cleveland Browns. How often does that happen? How often does that happen? The Browns are a winner. They host the undefeated 49ers in Cleveland. It looks south. They're about to lose the game, but Jake Moody misses a field goal for the Niners from about 42 yards.
Layup.
Straight on.
Moody.
Missed it
Moody.
right.
He's usually money.
Yeah, they got to cut him.
Missed it right. Niners 5-1. Browns with their third string quarterback. No Deshaun Watson. No Thompson Robinson. It was P.J. Walker, cut by the Panthers this offseason. Gets the win 19-17. How about the Browns? Big win for the Browns.
With their third string quarterback.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
Against the Niners.
I know. That's incredible. The game they should have scored 3.
Right.
That's incredible.
Agreed.
Good job by
What
P.J.
if
Walker.
Brian Sipe was at the game?
Guaranteed.
I guarantee he
might
but
have
he was
been
there.
You never know. Number 2 winner, I think this is obvious. The New York Jets were hosting the Eagles, who are also undefeated. The Jets were down their top 3 cornerbacks in this game. Also, of course, no Aaron Rodgers, Zach Wilson, the quarterback still. Jets win 20-14, a very important pick late in this game. The Eagles were up 14-12.
I called the pick.
It was 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, and Jalen Hurts throws a terrible pick. Almost returned for a touchdown. They score the next play, and they win the game 20-14. Jets, 3-3, still alive. They're still breathing in this season, and they head to their bye week.
Laura watched that game on delay.
On delay. It's so
Bill was
hilarious.
predicting every play.
She's like, this is incredible. This is incredible.
My husband is so smart.
The game was literally 1 inch to her left.
Number 3
keep
winner.
going, Jake.
This team, it wasn't pretty, but this team's 5-1. The Detroit Lions go on the road to Tampa Bay, who's been playing well this year.
Well. They win sombrero.
They win 20-6. So the Lions are 5-1. We thought they'd be good. They are good this year. Dan Campbell has it going for them.
Dan Campbell.
Jared Goff still playing great football. The defense has been exceptional. I'm saying exceptional this year.
Mm-hmm.
How often is that the case in Detroit? They play defense. Well, that's a big reason why they're 5-1
Wow,
this year.
the city's got to be happy. I'm happy for the city of Detroit.
They may clinch the division like in 2 weeks.
Bears suck. Vikings suck.
Vikings.
Packers stink. Yeah, they're
they might clinch in 2 weeks.
I'm strangely happy for the city of Detroit.
I am.
You should be
extremely happy for them. Yes.
Last night, number 4 winner, the Cowboys beat the Chargers 20-17. The reason why they're winners because that's a tough team to play. Chargers are a good squad, and because the Cowboys just got rolled 42-10 last week. So nice comeback from a rough loss. Cowboys 20-17 winners over the Chargers. Number 5 winner, the Texans. CJ Stroud looks really good. Okay. Bryce Young does not for the Panthers so far. He was okay on Sunday, but CJ Stroud has been very, very good. The Texans are a surprising 3-3. They beat the Saints 20-13. Stroud has been a big reason why they're
How about that?
No interceptions. Is that correct?
He had his first pick.
He did have his first
He has
one.
one. He had his first pick of the season, but that was week 6.
Man.
So it's a rookie.
Man, and you know what remember Jake and Bill, remember what the narrative was. He can't read defenses. He scored poorly on that test they give quarterback.
The Wonderlic?
It might have been a Wonderlic, whatever it was. He scored really poorly, and people wondered about it before the draft. They wondered about how he could process.
We should take that test, the Wonderlic, sometime.
I will not take a standardized test. I'm not going to have any sort of documentation. No, that's just no. Absolutely not.
Keep it rolling.
To the losers. The reason why this team's number 1 is because of the team at what happened last week. The Commanders beat the Falcons 27-20. 24-16. The Falcons are a team that was playing some decent football. The Commanders had just lost to the Bears by 20 points. It was 40-20 last week. Commanders looked like they were lost, and they win the game 24-16. Falcons, you should be ashamed of yourselves.
Yes.
Ashamed. Number 2, speaking of the Bears, they lose to the Vikings 19-13. Justin Fields gets hurt with a dislocated thumb in this football game, leaves it. That was 2 bad football teams, and the Vikings won 19-13. Bears continue their losing ways. They won last week, back to losers again.
Who's their backup?
I forget his name.
Josh will get
Josh,
going.
how can you not know that off the top of your head? That's your team.
He knows it.
He
Bears.
knows it? Okay.
Lose. Go.
Tyson's Jake. Number 3 loser. The Titans go to London and lose to the Ravens 24-16. They're a loser, though, because Ryan Tannehill has got hurt. Their quarterback's out for probably a couple weeks. Malik Willis could be the guy now in Tennessee. They're 2-4. Titans having a rough season so far. And they had a blowout win over the Bengals on this. They beat the Bengals 27-3 2 weeks ago. And they've lost 2 straight since the Titans, number 3. Number 4 loser, the Colts. The Colts beat the Jags week 1 of this season. Well, the Jags have now rebounded and found their stride. 37-20. Trevor Lawrence gets revenge over week 1, the loss. Gardner Minshew was the quarterback because Richardson's out for a couple weeks for the Colts. 37-20. The Colts go down. And number 5 loser because they still have not won a football game. The Dolphins didn't play great in this game, but the Panthers are 0-6. They were up 14-0 after the first quarter and lost 42-21.
And Bryce Young just not working out.
No, Bryce Young had a good first quarter. And then after that, the Dolphins kind of settled down and they won the game. Dolphins were down 14-0 first quarter, led at halftime. 21-14 at half. Tell you. So the Panthers are your number 5 loser, and there is your week 6 edition sponsored by our friends at Führer's Cheese Spread. Great stuff. 63 years a Nebraska tradition.
The cracker is so critical. I was thinking about this cracker the other day. Remember the Hi-Ho?
Sort of.
The Hi-Ho cracker. It's kind of a Ritz base cracker.
Yeah.
The Hi-Ho. Yes. I'd love to. They still make those?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I'll have a Hi-Ho.
Just get a Ritz.
Yes.
I'd say Ritz and Führer's is about as good as it gets.
It's as good as it gets.
Ritz and Führer's.
Well, I'll tell you what. Chicken and a biscuit. Don't
okay.
That stuff's incredible.
I know. Yeah. No, those are addictive.
The blue box.
Yeah. Oh, God, those are addictive.
Yeah,
very
they're
good.
really good.
Yeah.
They can hurt your stomach if you have too many of them.
Is that right?
Don't eat the whole box.
Ritz is. I don't think Ritz hurts your stomach. And Townhouse
chicken
clubs,
and a biscuit will, but it's worth it.
Townhouse clubs, you can eat a whole sleeve easily.
Yes, I was talking to the greatest fullback to ever play at Nebraska, Brian Carpenter. He had texted me, and he said, "We talk about how many chicken and biscuits we can eat." And I go, I go, I could eat 40 easily. He goes, I break them in half. So it's like I eat 80, he said. So if you guys see Brian Carpenter, he loves chicken and a biscuit.
Put fear on it.
Yes.
Führer's cheese spreads.
Führer's.
Yeah, what if we get some more down here? It'd be nice to get some more.
Tyson Badgett.
I have never heard that name in my entire
Where
life.
is he from?
That is the
what
backup.
Where is he from?
I pride myself in knowing all these quarterbacks. I've never heard that quarterback.
That's the Bears backup.
I've never even heard of him.
I haven't either.
He's
Tyson
right no idea what school he's from.
How old he is? No idea.
Tyson Badgett is the Bears
He's writing a whole
backup.
paragraph for him like that. Where's he from?
D2 school, Shepherd
Oh,
College.
that's right. That's right. He was
22
that's
years old.
Right.
Never heard
That's
of him.
correct. He led led the world in passing, right? And he passed like 40,000 yards or something. It was incredible.
A lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Shepherd.
Tyson Shepherd.
Yes.
Or Tyson Badgett.
Tyson Shepherd.
We lost. Whatever. Tyson something.
Badgett.
Tyson Chicken.
Let's play the game show. Give us a call right now at 464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. You are back to 500. 15 and 15 is the record.
Whoa.
This win will be dedicated to Sawyer.
Yes.
Our
Sawyer,
friend
who had
Sawyer.
the sign up. This
Yeah.
said shut up, Sipple on it.
This victory, this upcoming victory, because we're going to win today.
Sip will like this topic. Bill will not. That's fine. Today's topic, because we have the ALCS and NLCS World Series managers of the past.
I might be okay. on
Sparky Anderson.
Well, he might show up. You never know. 464-5685.
Billy Martin.
I know, like
Sipple
8.
starts right
8 and 04.
now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the Dickdown Sip in trivia. 15 and 15 is the record. 0-1 in the week. World Series managers. And
Are they winners? World Series winners?
These are the winners. The winning teams.
Okay, that
The
makes a big
winning teams.
difference.
The winning teams.
I'll get a few.
Well, guess who we have once again calling in for the game show? We got James again.
James.
When did he call in?
He's called in, I think, twice last week.
Okay. James,
how do you feel about World Series managers today?
I feel great. I think this is a different James.
Oh, okay. Different.
But I think there's a lot of Jameses out there,
That's
but it
right.
wasn't me.
This is definitely a different.
We have
I
a
can
new
tell.
James.
I can tell the voice is
James
different.
2.
James 2.
James 2.
All right, we'll take
Shade
that.
2.
Thank you, James. All right,
you.
Bill is a lifeline for SIP for one question as
James.
always.
good job, James.
Thank you.
Thank you for confirming
It
that.
sounds like Sawyer.
Sawyer's calling you. With the sign.
This is for Sawyer.
This is for, okay, James, first question goes to you. Here we go. What manager led the Minnesota Twins to titles in 1987 and 1991?
Got that.
Jack Moore.
Sip?
You got it, Sip?
You don't need to go for us. You don't
You
want
said
to.
you had it.
Okay, now hold on. I want to think about this. What years?
87 and 91.
I can see him, but I can't say it.
Oh, this is really hard for me. 87.
You don't have to go for it.
Oh, I don't.
No.
Okay, then I'm not. I'm going to pass and say, and hope to God it's not Gene Malk.
It was Tom Kelly.
Oh, Tom
yeah.
Kelly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you heard that name before or not?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
James, you named the starting pitcher.
That's right.
I think this thing's heading to overtime, I can tell.
All right, Sip.
There we go.
Sip, first question for you. Bills in play. What manager led the Toronto Blue Jays to back-to-back titles in 1992 and 1993?
The Blue Jays.
Toronto Blue Jays manager.
You know this.
Oh, he kind of got in your grill.
Don't say it, James. Sips, you
Be
can't.
cool.
Be cool, James. Sip, you got 5 seconds here.
I don't know.
Blue Jays manager. 5.
Would that be Bochy?
It was not Bruce Bochy or any Bochy. Do you want that one?
Was it any Bochy?
Do you want that one, James?
Yeah, definitely want to steal. Cito Gaston.
Brilliant. Cito Gaston is correct.
I would have needed 400 guesses in Google.
Doesn't look good for you, Sip. But here we go. Last question.
Bill, lock in, please.
To stay alive, James. What manager led the St. Louis Cardinals to a title in 1982?
Whitey Herzog, bam.
This is not your question. James, do you want to take that or not?
I think I do want to take this. I'm going to say Whitey Herzog.
Brilliant. Sorry, Jake. I'm sorry. I wanted this so bad.
We lost to a guy who named the starting pitcher.
And then you gave his answer.
And then you gave him the answer.
Sorry, I had a lapse.
That was a lapse.
Yeah.
Remember,
Nice job, James, too.
James, we'll get you Bengals. Thanks for calling in and calling down the road. James,
Appreciate
too.
it, guys. Thanks so much.
Thanks, James. Different James today. By the way, Bill, you had mentioned a name. That was actually the final question here. The manager led the Reds to titles in 75 and 76 and the Tigers in 84 was
Sparky.
Sparky Anderson.
Sawyer. I'm sorry, Sawyer. I
You
let
let- you
Sawyer
let
down.
Sawyer
now
I let
losers.
Lori, his
We're
mom
losers.
down.
We're
Yeah.
losers now.
You let him down.
I let him down.
All right, Bill. Tiebreaker. You love baseball.
All right, I do.
This should not be like a horrible answer. Okay. Bill, how many times have the New York Yankees made the World Series? Made it. Not one,
Ooh.
but made it.
Ooh. Oh, this
49.
is hard.
Zip.
49. That's a good guess, I think. I'm going to say under.
It is under at 40. They are 27 and 13 all time in the
guess.
World Series. The
Good
second most is the Cardinals with 19. So it's by a wide margin, the Yankees have had the most.
I just feel awful because we went under 500.
And you gave James an answer.
Gave James an answer. We're
And I let down Sawyer
let
and Lori.
Sawyer down.
That's what happens sometimes.
Lori, we're sorry about this.
It's too bad.
Because he wouldn't have got it.
I don't think so.
I don't-
Well, he did. We don't know for
I don't
sure.
know.
If
We
he was
We
gonna
know
get
for
Whitey
sure.
Herzog.
He's too young to get Whitey Herzog.
Okay.
And then when
we
he
go,
go,
Whitey
Then
Herzog.
Sparky was coming back to us for the win.
we would have got it.
Look at Bill. It's so sad. You
No,
could
this
have
is
won.
bad. This is
You
bad.
need to tighten up.
I do.
Spillover's next on early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
Today's agenda includes office meetings this morning, followed by a client lunch, then back to the office for another meeting, and ending the day with a presentation at a client's office. When you are on the go, you need an office phone that goes with you. At Hamilton, our business phone systems make it easy to sync your office phone features to your cell phone for quick and seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you need better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today. I'm ready. Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check. Except this one. I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread? I can't stop eating it. Rico, relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today. Found in most local grocery stores. Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow Mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Fall for savings at Bonsall Pool and Spa. Beginning October 13th, customers can take advantage of great cash and financing options on hot spring spas. Get up to $1,000 off a new High Life Collection spa or $500 off a new Limelight Collection spa when you pay in full, or get 0% APR for 60 months when you finance. This amazing offer ends October 23rd. Visit them at 33rd and Pioneers to learn more on how you can fall for savings at Bonsall Pool and Spa.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppel Chevrolet GMC, and man, the October incentives get better. You won't want to miss this. Happening right now at Coppel, you have 0% financing or $6,500 off MSRP on select new half-ton crew cab pickups. Yes, you heard right. Happening right now until the end of the month. 0% financing or $6,500 off sticker price. Those incentives are the best we've seen this entire year. Hurry on in while supplies last. Just take that short money-saving drive down 144th Street or check us out online at CoppelCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All offers include trade-in bonus and with roof credit.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the Spillover with Chris Raff and AD, sponsored by South Point Medical and Aesthetics. Gentlemen, good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good to see you guys. Do you want to talk about the story at Middle Tennessee State at all, Bill, or not?
What? I think we probably should pass.
I was joking on that. That was a joke. That was a joke.
We'll pass on that.
There's a
one.
football scoop story, and we're not going to get to this, but you guys can research yourself at Middle
Yeah.
Tennessee State.
Quite interesting.
Interesting stuff there.
Interesting.
James was a Twitter friend that called. I didn't know it. It was James. James is
He follows you on Twitter?
Yeah, he's a Twitter friend.
Nice.
Yes. And
we thought it was the same. So James, we had a different James calling twice in a row last week. And so when Josh puts up James on the board, we assumed it's the same James, understandably so. He made it very clear, no, this was not the same James.
James 2.
I handed one. I handed one to him.
It was James 2. Could you pull up real quick tonight's games?
I got that for you, Bill.
This is exciting.
Tuesday night football.
Oh, I love Tuesday night football.
I bet
Tuesday night football.
You and Sip
I would
quite a
much
bit
rather
last
see Tuesday night football than Monday night football. 100.
Oh.
100. Monday night football.
Nope.
I admit I watched some of the Monday night football.
Okay, who's on tonight?
I got some games. Middle Tennessee State is at Liberty tonight.
At Liberty.
At Liberty.
Liberty 6-0. Middle Tennessee State is 2-5. Liberty is a 14.5-point favorite. You can watch that game at 6 p.m. on CBS Sports Network.
Who's the favorite again?
Liberty.
They're playing really well.
Liberty is 6-0
Ooh.
this year.
Yes.
Who coaches Liberty? You know?
Yes.
Somebody in this room better know that.
Jamie Caldwell, the Coastal Carolina coach from last year.
Caldwell coaches.
Yes.
That's right. Then you have at 6:30 on ESPNU, Western Kentucky versus Jacksonville State.
Jacksonville State
every Tuesday
is on national TV every week.
They're America's team.
It's America's team. They are. Logan
Strange.
Smothers on America's team. They're on every. They're on
Very
every.
strange
Rich
that
Rod.
Jacksonville State would emerge as
Yes.
America's team.
Rich Rod. Yes.
They are red, white, and blue, I think.
Yes, they are.
Western Kentucky, a 7.5-point favorite.
7 and a hook
at Jacksonville State. And one more. We got 3 games.
No way,
also,
Bill.
Also at 6. So you got a game at ESPN and now ESPN2 at 6:30. Southern Miss, who is 1-5 this year, at South Alabama, who is 3-3. South
What a game.
What a game.
And
I won't miss it.
They beat
Or
Oklahoma.
DVR that.
There'll be 70,000 people at that game.
DVR
South
that.
Alabama 3-3, but they blew out Oklahoma State this year, did they not? Like 34-7.
There'll be 83,000 people at that game. Minus 82,000. There'll be nobody in the stands.
Don't be mocking Tuesday night football.
I
love to get very upset on
Yeah,
this.
you'll be in a pig and slop tonight.
Yes, I will. I'll be flipping
You,
back and
you
forth.
caught some games last week on Tuesday.
I did.
We talked about that the next day. You know,
Yes.
Bill
Rick
watched,
Stock
I think,
still.
2 of them. Yes, Stock.
Stock still.
Yes.
Rick Stock still was interesting to me because he's so all over the place on that.
We talked
on the
about him
sideline.
on why is Stockstill so epic? Why is his career incredible?
Because he's a 500 coach. He's
Yeah,
lost
look,
108 games.
He's lost over 100 games.
Still there.
It's
Since
hard to lose
2006.
over 100 games. It's hard to have a job and you've lost over 100 games.
Wow.
So that means they really like him.
It's like shut up, Sipple.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
You
definitely
still
like
have a team.
I keep waiting to hear from DP.
Yes.
Like,
Enough.
Sip.
Enough.
You got to come and see me.
You got to go down the hallway.
You know, there's a
Come
great
down the
question from Corey in Lincoln. He says, this is a serious question.
Corey,
when is the last time that Middle Tennessee State or Jacksonville State played on a Saturday?
They would have early. The Tuesdays don't start.
That's a good question. We don't play on Saturdays.
Yeah. Just remember, Middle Tennessee is the team that did just crush Miami last year. The Hurricanes.
did.
Yeah.
At Miami. Beat them by like 30.
Okay.
I wonder that had to be on a Saturday.
So it was a Saturday.
I've done some research. Jacksonville State, their first 4 games were actually all on Saturday.
Okay.
Huh.
Then they played a Thursday night game, a Wednesday night game, and then Tuesday, and now another Tuesday. They play next Wednesday also.
Nice.
Jacksonville State. Oh, then
once
they play a Saturday game on November 4th.
Nice.
Against South Carolina.
Yeah. It's hard to get back in the groove of Saturdays when you're playing on Tuesdays. You have to have a bye week or something there. You have to have a bonus day.
There was an old song called Saturday Night Love, and it went Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's their schedule,
Yeah.
football schedule. So when do you guys play?
any day.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Whenever they put us on the schedule.
Yeah.
We'll show up.
That would have to be challenging.
That'd be rough.
Scaper tells us on the text line, Bill, this is for you. Scaper says, morning, guys. Bill, the Penn Dragons start the football playoffs in Friend on
Nebraska.
Thursday. They might need a
Thursday.
halftime speech from you.
Uh-oh.
Might have to make it. I wish Friends a little bit of a drive. I would like to see the Penn Dragons play. They had a very, very
From you, it's
very
not a
good
drive.
year.
From here.
But that,
It's only an
From
hour.
here,
oh
it's
no,
not.
Friends not. Hold on, hang on. I'm
Friends
confused.
about an hour.
That's
Friends
right down the road.
Just down the road.
For you,
Just,
it's right down the
yeah,
road. Pender, obviously,
Pender.
going back home would be, but
Well, you spoke to the girls, Penn Dragons, at
halftime of the state semifinals.
and you got them
thought-
to win.
Yes, you thought got them to win. I drove the dragon wagon down, the Pender dragon wagon that my dad used to take. It was the school van that had this dragon painted on it, and and then My dad would take it out. After school like that, and he'd go hunting.
In the dragon wagon.
They'd go around and look for ducks. Yes, that was very common to see the dragon wagon.
Who was you guys
in
in
the brush? In the brush.
Coach, who was you guys' rival when you were in school?
Rivalry force
that you guys did not like, and they didn't like you.
You know, the one that was local was Bancroft, but that was more basketball because football we didn't play them. That was different. So the rivalry for us would have been I want to say it was Oakland Craig, but it wasn't because Oakland Craig and Decatur were the rivals. So you can't chime in.
What about Laurel
on a rival?
We didn't play Laurel.
We didn't play them. No, when I was playing, we didn't play them. We didn't go north very much to be able to play them. So north like that. So so I'd say for us it'd be Scribner.
Scaper says maybe Emerson. Is that a rival?
Emerson was. They weren't in the East Husker, but Emerson was. Emerson was just about 8-9 miles north. Emerson had very tough players. The Pirates, the purple and gold. Yes,
Emerson, notoriously tough. Who knew?
Notorious tough. Who knew it? Yeah.
You said who knew?
Yeah, who knew? Yes. So was Scribner. My dad used to always say, when you played Scribner, don't worry about what the record is. They'll show
Throw
up.
it out.
Yeah, throw it out when Scribner
Tough
shows
kids.
up. Tough kids. Yeah, you always do that.
There were some towns that were just you knew that kids were tough for some reason.
Yeah,
Grand Island,
Columbus,
under the Fisher days.
What was that? Right? Your own town,
Columbus.
He says zone 10.
Yeah,
Columbus
that's more
tough.
Lakeview though. That's
No.
more Lakeview.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Well, I tell you, Columbus was. I remember playing against Corey Schlesinger.
Oh yeah,
and it was almost like he was playing against like midget football league.
The Hammer, midget football league.
I couldn't imagine
midget football league.
yeah. I wasn't going to say it. Sim's going to say it.
Midget.
I could not even imagine remotely.
Sim loves saying that. Doesn't matter what station we're at, he's going to say it.
Hey, wait a second. I played in a midget football league. It's 100%. That's what it was called. Midget football.
It was.
You said it now 6 times this season in the last minute. Actually, it's impressive.
I played running back in the midget.
Imagine you had to tackle Sip or Schlesinger.
It was a different kind of experience.
I couldn't imagine trying to tackle Corey Schlesinger in high school.
It was bad.
I couldn't imagine trying to tackle him in the NFL
It was
in college.
High school.
I'd go for the neck.
I mean, I couldn't imagine that.
How was your experience trying to tackle?
That would just
Thank God I didn't have to. I was on offense.
Yeah, you weren't on DB.
No, I was, but not at that time. He was a senior my sophomore year.
So
I
you
did a
weren't
lot more
playing?
watching.
You weren't playing?
That would have been I couldn't imagine him in high school. I really could.
You had
I
Corey
could, 'cause
Schlesinger.
I remember watching him.
Remember Sean Smith at Lincoln High?
I don't.
Sean, it was Sean Schlesinger and Calvin Jones. Those were 3 of the best backs
Oh God.
in the city. I won the state in 1990.
90.
And those were some bruisers. Calvin would run by you or over you. Corey preferred to stomp on you and turn back and stomp on you again and then take off.
He's a nice guy though.
Very
he
nice
is.
guy.
I'm not joking.
He's so kind.
Yeah.
And he's the guy that you really don't. He doesn't. I mean, arguably, I mean, you have a list of fullbacks here, but
Carp.
Is there anyone more? I would say Brian Carp, the greatest
best,
ever.
yeah.
But Schlesinger's probably the most decorated. Would you say Tom
Him
Rathman?
and Rathman.
I get that with the Super
I
Bowl.
would say Rathman and him.
But Corey had one with national championship, huge runs in the beating Miami, and then also played in the NFL forever. So just a remarkable career. And then if you talk to him or walk by, it'd be kind of like, hey.
Yeah. Oh, he's very low key.
He draws no attention to himself.
Coach's locker was next to mine, and he would lift probably for the 3rd time that day. And I remember one time I just looked at him. We're just sitting there in the chairs. He just kind of looked away. He always just kind of go like this. AD. That was it.
That was it.
I'm like, I said, Rockhead, because you know what I called him, Rockhead.
Rockhead, yeah.
I said, Rockhead, I think you're finished lifting. Forever. I'm looking at this guy, because some guys look this like, that guy is, but LP was one of those guys.
Yeah.
I was like, we were waiting, like, what left you got to do, man? Just say you finished.
You lifted every
That's
muscle.
like saying you finished Netflix. Corey finished the weight room.
Yeah. It was,
LP was like that?
LP was.
Yeah, LP was a specimen. He was
specimen.
He was Gerald Armstrong was best
the
friends.
pride of
with,
Ponca.
was the best friends with Rockhead.
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
I believe
Is that
I need to ask Carp this question,
Two of the
but I
toughest
believe it was.
dudes.
I'm not sure if it was Armstrong's car or if it was Corey's car, but they repainted it by hand. They painted it. They painted the car with a brush.
That sounds like something you would do,
Yes.
by the way.
I think that was Armstrong. They did that car too, because they driving it all the time. That's when you could pull under the stadium.
Pull in the stadium, yeah.
And you've seen this car look like a 2nd grade class use it as an art project.
Yes. They painted the car by hand with a brush.
They do that.
Incredible story. And why would you not? And they were dudes.
Those were two dudes.
They were dudes. Armstrong was one of the most unbelievable. What do you weigh? 220 tops?
Maybe. 220, 225 maybe.
Blocking 6 techniques and 9 techniques.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm putting his face on people.
Coach, we watched this one clip, and Coach Brown, we because you guys just taught to punish the perimeter. We thought, I forget who we were playing. We thought the guy's head flew off, but his helmet flew. We're like, somebody's head went in the air.
Yeah.
But he just Armstrong just caught him on a block. I mean, I'd never seen somebody get hit that hard.
He was a quiet mean also.
Yeah.
Very quiet mean. Just and no one talks. I don't hear respect. What about Armstrong? Like one of the most unbelievable players to ever play at Nebraska.
Really he probably said 4 words in 4 years.
Quiet mean like Josh.
Just unassuming.
That's right.
Unassuming, but just dudes.
Brutal.
That is it for us. The Drive with Rats and AD is next for Steve Sipple and Bill Busch. I'm Jake Sorensen. See you.
Is this you?
I think
you feel the same way every day, and it's not good. You may think there's a magic pill that can fix you.